Yes, I did. I did it. I played some Sugar Ray. Don't know why. The song just popped into my head right before I was about to go live. I'm like, you know what? That's it. That's the song I need to open with tonight. Oh my god. Guys. I don't like tonight. We are supposed to have like a bunch of fucking snow tonight. Oh, yep. It started. And Jirok is working overnight, so I am just like home alone with just me and my dogs. I don't want to drive anywhere. I am for sure not going anywhere. So I figured let's stream if no one else is streaming. Yeah, it is, isn't it? But if this is, it's been like way over a year since I've streamed while I paint. I don't, just to give you a heads, like I don't really talk as much. It's probably yay for a lot of people, because I'm focusing on like what I'm doing. Here's my setup. Which one am I watching first? I guess we're watching Fort Myers first. Who do we got here on tonight? John Ryan, hi. Polynomial Purebred of the Scolo. Michael Mendoza, hi and bye. Outdoor Loser, Cookie Whoopie Pie. Octopussy, King Pian, Voice da Voice. So, okay, let's... Oh, this needs to go, this plastic. So this is pretty much my setup for when I paint. Come on, I've got these nails. I can not. Jesus Christ. Help me, Gypsy. Help me. Ah, yes. Nothing like opening up a brand new canvas that has just been collecting dust forever. But I've got two ideas for today. I have this like idea for my ceramic stucco. Let's see if it'll show it. This is the medium that I use. I'll just plaster it all over this, and it does need time to like dry. But I have so many of these that I have just like not used yet. A bruise on my arm. I wouldn't say it's a bruise. These are more just like scars that happened during my dog's incident. So don't be alarmed. It's fine. It's fine. It's all good. But yeah, I have so many of these, and I need to, start using them. You keep obsessing over virgin canvases again. I love that. So hopefully nothing happens while I stream this. We'll see. But we are going to start with To Catch a Predator, the Fort Myers, Florida. So honestly, this is just a place to like hang out, relax, which is like mostly my vibe anyway, but I'm just gonna be chilling and painting and sculpting. Grab your drinks, grab your snacks. John Ryan, no! I don't know what it is. It's not on purpose, I promise. But I love your intake, and you know, you get to like give us some fun tea about it, so I mean, come on. Oh my god. All right.
I don't want to be on the news, dog.
Well, it's a little late for that, dog.
Get down! Now!
How often do you meet underage girls online?
Probably 10, 15.
10, 15. Underage girls you've met online. You say, if anyone ever knew about this, I would go to jail.
He confessed to everything. He knew that she was underage.
Oh, no. He brought his son with him. He's got his child with him.
Y'all want to interview? Hey, how y'all doing?
Tonight, the strangest parade of suspects you've ever seen.
NBC again.
On To Catch a Predator. We've been investigating the national epidemic of grown men using the internet to solicit underage teens for sex. As more and more parents become aware of the dangers, so have lawmakers in Washington. Good evening, I'm Stone Phillips.
And I'm Ann Curry. Both houses of Congress have now passed a bill to create the first nationwide registry for sex offenders, which in many states includes online sex predators.
This time we take our hidden cameras to Florida. We thought we'd seen and heard just about everything, but what we found there surprised even our own Chris Hansen. A reminder, some of what you'll see is explicit.
What? No way.
Hey, come on in! I made some cookies.
Hello?
They're on the table.
Hi.
Take a seat.
This 49-year-old man and the teenager talking to him have never met before. He probably believes she's the 15-year-old he's been chatting online with for the last week and a half.
Hey, Blinken.
Hey, I just had to change my shirt real quick, but just come in and watch some TV. I'll be right there.
Okay.
What he doesn't know is she's
Dude,
really a
touch yourself.
19-year-old actress we hired to be a decoy. And he has just walked into a Dateline hidden camera investigation.
Come on in over here. Have a seat there. Hungry? How does it taste?
Great. Wow. These are home baked?
Do you want time to finish your cookie, or?
Not really.
Okay, so you're good. If I ask you a couple questions.
It's the latest in our continuing series of investigations into online sex predators. For the first time, we're in the South, Fort Myers, Florida. Hilton Daniels is Fort Myers Chief of Police.
I've had a
In
lot
Florida.
of parents call me and say, hey, I've caught my kid talking to someone over the internet. I've had my kids slip out of the house and go meet someone. What do I do?
While searching for a way to help parents and children in his community, Chief Daniels says he saw one of our
Hey, Kingpin.
previous broadcasts and had an idea.
Yeah, he's a
We
fucking
decided,
creep.
well, let's get a hold of Perverted Justice and have them teach us how to do this operation.
We're trying to make contact and get.
Crime Watch Bailey recently posted a video on this fuck, and the phone calls get an ink blot test. Art is always an ink blot test, you know, because it's subjective. The phone calls were really strange. I've never heard them before. But his voice, the way he talked to the decoy was so creepy. Please check it out. he's just like, if you think of like what a predator would sound like on the phone, like he is it. He is the one. Oh, I'm using this ceramic, I didn't say what I was painting yet. It is going to be a Lorne painting, but I'm going to add a little Joran flair to it. But I'm spreading all this ceramic stucco on the hard canvas, and it needs to... This is all I'll be able to do during this stream, because it does have to dry for a little bit, and then I'll move on to like maybe like watercolors or something as the stream goes in. But yeah, this is a technique that I started many years ago, and I love doing it. Half and half coon face.
Get an update right now.
Hey, hear me
Perverted
meow.
Justice, an online watchdog group Dateline has been working with during each of our computer predator investigations. Its members are experts at pretending to be kids online and on the phone.
Yeah, you sound nice.
Dateline hired Perverted Justice members to do what they've been doing for the last 4 years. Chat online with men looking for minors, hoping to meet the teens for sex. The members go into chat rooms and on social networking sites like MySpace and TeenSpot using profiles of young teens. Sometimes the decoys act eager about having sex.
He thinks he's talking to the girl.
Since Perverted Justice members want to see these predators arrested, they were more than willing to help out the Fort Myers Police Department.
Perverted Justice says, hey, not only will we teach you, we'll come down and do it for you.
Gross.
So the next thing I know, we're setting up the sting operation.
His left hand is in his pocket.
Frag, his screen name from Perverted Justice, worked out a plan.
I'll never not have a crush on Dell.
And with Chief Daniels' officers. Once a potential predator makes a date online for sex with a minor, the chat logs will be sent to detectives and prosecutors who are staked out in the guest house behind our house.
Florida Department of Law Enforcement and the state attorney's office, they were reviewing the chat logs to make sure that this person had already violated state statute.
We just now got the chat log on, yeah. We'll take a look at it as soon.
Under Florida law, it's a crime for an adult to solicit sex with a minor online.
No way.
Coming to the house was kind of like the icing on the cake.
For our latest investigation, we've come to this lovely home in an upscale neighborhood. There are 5 cameras outside, including one hidden in a palm tree. It covers the street from both sides, able to spot a potential predator's car
So
a block
clever.
before he arrives.
Knocking on the back door, call out.
Hey, come on in!
As for the cameras inside the house, there are 8.
Coming your way, move.
Watch this man.
He's in the kitchen.
From
Hey,
the moment
Callie,
he
it's
walks in the
Clay.
door,
Hi,
his
Clay.
every move is caught on tape, although he doesn't know it yet.
He's coming into the living room. Chris has him.
What are you doing here today?
Is this some kind of setup or something?
What do you mean?
I'm just on my way to the beach.
He's Michael Willis, screen name generic white male. He's almost 50 years old, and he's been chatting online with a girl who calls herself Jolanda and who says she's 15. He lies to her about his age, typing, "I'm 30. You probably don't want me around you. I'm cute, though. Built good." Then he says,
"We'd have to keep us a secret because of the age difference. Younger girls like you don't come along often. I'd want you again and again."
Jesus.
Then he sends an online picture of his penis to the girl who told him she was 15.
And how did you meet her?
Well, of course online.
You act like I should know that.
Why? Honest! Oh my god! Hi! So good to see you here. Why was this dude like the voice of the future? Like, well, of course online, and you know, it was not very well known. Like, it wasn't like a huge thing that people really talked about at the time, because it really was kind of like looked down upon for a while. Like, oh, you're like so desperate that you have to like go online to find people. But it's definitely a lot more normal than it used to be. I mean, shit, I've been on OkCupid. I understand. Jolanda is a beautiful name.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a common thing now.
Just to meet young girls online.
No, meet any women online.
Then I remind generic white male that Jolanda told him she was 15.
What? No way.
You know, I have the transcript of your conversation with Jolanda.
You know what? I don't want this cookie. I just want to get to the beach.
Come here.
The most worst. Who is the handsome, well-built, young, innocent man on screen? I mean, come on, it's generic white male. T. Darling, hello. He is just, I mean, look at these. Look at this. Like, his outfit, like, he needs to not do this because this is sexy as fuck.
Just 1 second, sir.
But generic white male won't be going to
Eel.
the beach today. As he heads out the back, he stumbles off the porch right into the arms of the Fort Myers Police Department. The police quickly take him down to the ground. In Florida, where it's relatively easy to get a permit to carry a concealed weapon, these officers aren't taking any chances.
The best thing to do is, as quickly as possible, was to get this person on the ground with their hands behind him and handcuffed.
He's taken away in an unmarked police vehicle and brought to this transfer station. Generic white male's car is searched.
There's some condoms and things like that in there.
And he's put into a marked police car and taken to jail. The next morning, he's brought before a judge, and bail is set.
So it'll be a composite bond of $40,000. That's all.
Get up on 4. The gold car coming down is our boy.
After previous investigations in 4 different states, we've seen and heard some strange things. But even we were surprised at what we found here in Florida.
Oh my god, cookie whoopie pie, yes. That sticks in my mind all the time with the chick going, police, get on the ground. But that, calling her the bus driver, what is it, Miss Crabtree? The bus driver, that's pretty spot on.
All I gotta say is, ain't nothing going on here, dude. Nothing funny going on here.
Coming up, a suspect comes knocking while his sister and her kids wait in the car. How will he explain that one?
Your poor sister's waiting outside with 2 babies in the car?
Yeah. When To Catch a Predator continues.
It's gonna take her to a birthday party.
Here he comes.
Our 13 cameras are in place and rolling, including one high up in a palm tree. We're able to spot a potential predator's car long before he gets to our house.
This is our boy.
The man walking in our back door is 21-year-old David
Lights
Schumacher,
turning
screen name
black.
Freebird 72000. He's been chatting online with a decoy posing as a young teen named B.
Knock, knock.
Hey, come on in.
Our 19-year-old actress, the decoy playing B, invites him in.
You can try one of my cookies. They're so good.
Did you make them?
Yeah, I made it myself.
All right, I eat one. I like chocolate chip.
Online, he invites the girl, who told him she was 14 and a virgin, to a birthday party. And from his online chat, it appears he has his sights on a party for 2.
I want to be your first, baby.
Okay.
You gonna put my in
Yeah, Eel. Great time to pause. Their pictures are so early 2000s. It's almost iconic in a way. God, it's like a time capsule.
in your mouth? Because I like that.
I guess I can try it.
Just let me drive, baby. I'll show you heaven.
He goes on to talk
Heaven.
about having different kinds of sex with the virgin, and then gets almost poetic.
Do you want to make love or for your first time?
What's the difference?
It's just raw passion, and making love is a connection of bodies, I guess.
Freebird 72000
we
also
do it down
mentions
south.
online that he's going to bring marijuana.
Did you bring some green?
No, we're gonna smoke some though.
I love it. I put something on in the living room for my dogs to like kind of listen to and have some noise, but they're like both right here.
Get some.
Cookies are good munchies.
Did you bring the green? Oh shit.
Hey, why don't you have a seat right over there? Good, how are you? What's happened?
Like so many of the men who walk into this house, the man sits and answers questions. He can't figure out if I'm the girl's father or a police officer. And remember, he has no idea he's being videotaped.
What's going on?
You tell me what's going on.
I wish I had some
Your dad or
greed.
something?
What are you doing here?
I'm David. How you doing?
David, I'm Chris. Nice to see you. How's everything?
Good. Chilling. Birthday party.
So the girl here was going to go with you to the birthday party.
Who are you?
I'll get to that in a minute.
All right.
What's your date's name for the party?
B.
3 words.
B.
I
And how
drive.
old is B?
I don't know. She didn't really tell me.
But she did tell him. Online, she typed her
I'm
age,
jealous,
14,
Nutcracker.
female, South Florida. And he said, what would your parents say about you talking to someone as old as me? Then Freebird seems to worry I'm a cop.
You seem like law enforcement.
Law.
I happen to know law enforcement.
You do. So you're an expert in this area.
No, I'm just saying you come off as law enforcement.
I've come across a lot of law enforcement.
Somebody who's very nervous. Somebody who came over here to have sex with a 14-year-old girl.
14-year-old?
14-year-old.
I read him some of what he said online.
Are you sexy naked? Have you ever played with yourself? You gonna put my in your mouth?
And I like
Because I
talk
like
dirty.
that, I'll teach you.
And you're trying to say?
I'm trying to say it makes it look like you came here
I didn't come. I
to
can't pick her
have
up.
sex with an underage girl.
We were in a role-playing chat room, dude.
And what role were you playing exactly here?
People play roles, man. Anytime, never ask role-playing. People just talk. My God, dude. Is this some kind of hold-up, man? You got a warrant? Because, I mean, if the girl don't want to come,
warrant?
and if you got a problem...
A warrant? What are you, a defense lawyer now?
I'm saying, man. You got...
Hi, Crime Watch Bailey. I was just talking about your generic white male video that you put out and listening. It was my first time listening to the call when you posted that, and oh my God, he just sounded so different than how he did when he was talking to Chris.
Got no cause to hold me. I got no problem sitting here to talk to you.
Right? Okay.
He sticks to the story that he's here to take the girl to a party. But it turns out he didn't come here alone. Waiting outside in the car is his sister and her 2 young children. He says his sister was going to drive them to the party.
And your poor
Sloth cat, nothing better than that. Yes, this stream is a role-playing chat room.
sister's waiting outside with 2 babies in the car?
Yeah. So
Because you had to come over here and have sex with a 14-year-old girl.
I didn't come over here to have sex.
Why would you put that sister of yours
I didn't
in that
come over
position?
here to have sex. I come over here to get the girl and go to the party, dude.
We learn his sister apparently didn't know he was trying to meet
More
an
like Fred
underage
Wurst.
All I
girl.
gotta say is-
Later, you'll find out what happens when I tell him I'm with Dateline.
Nothing funny going on here.
There are more potential predators to confront. As you can see, the palm tree cam picks up another man headed our way. This time, he's riding a motorcycle.
He's parking right by the door.
Crotch
Instead
rocket.
of coming in right away, he stays outside and smokes a cigarette. Our actress tries to get him to come inside.
Cigarette.
Call him. He's getting nervous.
Hey, come on in.
All right, you just put a cigarette in the trash. He's heading towards the door.
He's 45-year-old Dennis Ramsey, a truck driver screen name Daddy for You. He drove 4 hours to meet a girl who told him online she was 14,
That's not
home
obvious.
alone, and willing to have sex with him. Online, Daddy for You says, I just met you, I like you, and the world says it's wrong because I'm older than you. Then later, under a different screen name, Bluegrass Rules, he brings up the idea of having sex with
Call
her
me
in a
baby.
roundabout way.
I said we can't have sex, but that's up to you.
It might be okay.
If we do, you have to assure me no one will ever find out.
And where are you?
Where are you?
I'm just picking out a jacket to wear on the bike. Just take a seat.
It's quite a place.
Why, you like it? How you doing?
A nice
Why don't you have a
place.
seat right over that chair?
It's not her. It's not. Oh,
Thanks for smoking
man.
outside. Go ahead, please have a seat. What are you up to?
Well, I knew this was gonna happen.
He tells me he has kids of his own and drove 4 hours simply to warn
this
our
enough?
teenager about the dangers of talking to strangers on the internet.
I came to let her know that when you do that, you can be anybody.
So you came to help her out of the goodness of your heart?
You know, that sounds stupid, but maybe you could say that, I don't know.
And what about his
Yeah,
chat
finishing
log?
the cookie is
We ask her
essential
what size
to
her
this sting.
boobs are. She says 32B, you say yummy. And again, you get
Boobs.
somewhat suspicious. You say, you're not trying to set me up, are you? Are you a cop? If anyone ever knew about this, I would go to jail.
I can't tell you how ashamed I am.
You get in trouble, but I go to
And as you'll
jail.
see later, he'll be even more ashamed when he finds out he's going to be on national television. But first, there are more men about to arrive for their date with a young teen. Some won't stay long.
No, sir. Wait a minute.
And one man wants to take his date for a ride.
Who's Wayne?
I'm here.
And coming up a little later tonight, one of the most profoundly troubling cases we've seen. A father brings his own small child along on a date to meet an underage teen and walks into a confrontation he never expected.
I gotta tell you something, and I'm gonna tell you just straight up right now.
Gypsy, what are
TCaP
you doing
Predator
over there?
continues in a moment.
Gypsy, calm down.
He's coming, Emily. Hold on. Wave.
Shit.
Oh, he saw you.
I'm getting
He saw
a
you.
little
He's hitting the
messy
brakes and backing up.
During our undercover operations, it's not uncommon for potential predators to appear hesitant about walking in the door.
He's trying to wave her out to the street. No way.
But we've never seen anyone like this man.
He's bringing his car all the way back, guys.
He pulls in around back and starts asking the decoy, our actress playing a young teen, to come outside.
No, you come here.
It's almost 4 o'clock in the morning when
Damn.
44-year-old Thomas Moffat, screen name
Get your
Moff
library card.
1960, pulls up to our house. He's a maintenance engineer for the Boca Raton Resort, a married man with 3 children. He drove more than 2 hours to meet a girl named Tony who said she was 15. Really, it's a decoy from Perverted Justice.
I love
I'm trying to hit on
androgynous
you and you're
names.
laughing at me?
No, I'm not.
Okay, good. Am I freaking you out?
Why would you freak me out?
Because I'm 44 and I'm hitting on you? So would you ever fool around with an old guy like me?
Once they set up an actual date to meet at her house, Moff 1960 makes his plans very clear.
Okay, how about after I come in, I'll strip?
For reals?
Sure, if you want me to.
You're kidding me.
Nope.
You can take your clothes off in the laundry room if you want
Okay,
to.
why are you in the
He
dryer
finally
right
gets out of
now?
his car, but won't come any closer than the back step.
You said you were gonna do something for me in the laundry room. Were you lying to me? Are you gonna back out on me? Because that's what I feel like you're gonna do now.
Cautious.
Moff 1960 senses something different about the girl in the house.
Can you come here, please?
No way.
I'm right here.
Please.
In fact, something is different. Our actress is not actually the decoy who sent Moff 1960 a photograph of herself and spoke to him on the phone. That was a member of Perverted Justice.
You haven't acted this way when we've talked before.
Oh, really? Well, talking in person is a little different than talking
And
online.
you don't sound the same
There's
in
someone in the
person as you did on the
closet,
phone.
Well,
Oh, your picture looks different too.
This odd conversation goes on for half an hour. At one point, he tells her to show him
I'm gonna let this sit for a minute, and I'm going to clean up.
proof that she is who she says she is.
Get your library card.
He paces
library
outside, peeking in the window. When the decoy comes back without her library card, he tries to convince her to get in his car and go to Walgreens.
Where's the Walgreens at?
this is ridiculous. I'm going to bed.
As we told you earlier, Fort Myers police officers are staked out in the guest house. So as
Yeah, they talked for like a half hour. Blinking, like, I would have loved to see that. Oh, crap, I'm gonna have to wash my hands. I'll be right back.
the man tries to get in his car,
Get down! Get down!
he's arrested.
Down! Put your hands behind your back!
So we never get to tell him he's going to be on Dateline. And he wasn't the only one.
Okay, guys, he's out of the car. He's walking really, really fast.
This 24-year-old Elazar Henson, screen name Importuner81, is here after making a date online with a girl posing as a 13-year-old. He told her he'd bring marijuana.
Did you bring the pot?
He begins to look around and appears to spot our crew upstairs.
Pot?
Yeah, did you bring the pot?
No.
And he takes off.
Go take him. Take him.
Here comes another man who doesn't stick around very long.
He's coming up the driveway. He's walking fast.
He's 43-year-old Freddie Fernandez, screen name LatinHawk63. He's been having an X-rated online chat with a decoy posing as a 15-year-old. Like several men in our investigations, he even sent her a picture of his penis.
Hey, how are you? All right. You have a seat right in that chair. No, sir. Wait a minute.
Get down!
He's walking up the driveway.
And here's another man who doesn't realize he's walked into our investigation. This case of a man who calls himself Pepe is a first for us.
Hey, Pepe, I'm in here.
Do it again.
Hey, Pepe, come on in.
He's 41-year-old Jose Falcon, screen name Florida, in Miami. He's been chatting online with a girl who said she was 12 and a virgin. He lies about his age, saying he's 27, and he says he has plans to teach the 12-year-old how to have sex. He describes in X-rated detail what he wants to do to her. The picture sent to him is of our actress. Now she's trying to get him in the house.
Hey, Pepe, I'm in here.
Do it again.
Hey, Pepe, are you there? Hey, come on in. Come on in, Pepe.
It takes our decoy a while to get him inside, and when she does, I come out.
Mark, please have a seat right here. No.
He indicates to me he's deaf.
Okay, I'm back. I just had to grab a couple more things. This is going to the side so it can dry. There we go. So my idea for this, I still have this shit all over me, is I want to do, because Joran like so badly wanted everyone to call Lauren like an ogre, and I thought it would be fun to do one of these paintings of Lorne as a ogre with like that wanted sign from Shrek. So that's kind of my like blanket like idea right now. So I'm gonna, ooh, hitting my mic already. I'm going to use this hard canvas. I'm gonna put this watercolor on top of it, and then I can send it to Jordan. God, I fucking wish. Because once that stucco is hardened, like it's really difficult to like sketch what I want. So I found it's easier for me to sketch it on here, like use my scissors to cut around it and make sure everything is lined up, if that makes sense. The table was mahogany. I need I really do. I need a shark cage for my mic because I'm dangerous with my mic. ADD, hello.
Oh, that's okay. Can you read something?
And then heads for the door.
Looks like this guy's deaf, guys.
Get down! Get down!
As for the rest of the potential predators who do stick around, they're full of excuses.
I'm looking for work and stuff.
But what will they say when they find out they're going to be on national television?
How y'all do? NBC?
Red was the color of his shirt. It was also the color of his face. Coming up, how will he react when he's nabbed by police? When To Catch a Predator continues.
What, John Ryan? What you talking about? I don't know, Bailey.
Welcome back to our latest investigation into online...
What is happening right now in my chat?
Sex predators. Tonight we're in Florida, where we rented a home in an upscale neighborhood and set it up with 13 hidden cameras. So far we've seen all kinds of men driving up to the house to meet up with someone posing as an underage teen home alone. Now another one is on the way, and soon all these men will learn what's really happening. They're being exposed on national television. Again...
Yeah. Buckle, hello. I'm not sure what this... I'll have to move up, but if that's what I think it is, John Ryan, then, That's not of my opinion. But, you know. Do you, meaning not you, like not you, John Ryan, but I don't know. See, this is what, like, has been already hard because I can't, like, pay too much attention to the chat. Okay.
Chris Hansen.
Parking out front. He's out of the vehicle.
The man in the black hat is 31-year-old Thomas Coffin, a self-employed handyman.
Me too. Let's just not be confused and just move on.
He's here after making a date online for sex with a girl pretending to be 14. He tells her,
I mean, come on, this guy's pure sex right over here.
I'm into young girls. I like them better than the older girls. And he goes further, admitting he's done this before. When the decoy types, how young have you dated, though, he says,
I have birds.
14.
Come on in, I'm in here. I'm just getting changed. I got some chocolate on my shirt.
Trying to find this place was hard.
Online, he tells the girl posing as a 14-year-old several times that he loves her. He also makes it clear he's coming to the house.
So I was looking up some Lorne photos, and I really like this one. For some reason. For his face. Because this is going to be another pop art painting that I did of Lorne like fucking years ago. And I think that would look okay. But we'll see. Where the hell is... Okay, there we go.
House to have sex with her. Even sends her a picture of himself naked.
Hey, how are you?
But when I show
have a
up,
seat on
he
that,
explains
stool for me
it's
there.
all a big misunderstanding.
What's up?
I'm looking for work and stuff.
Looking for work and stuff.
Yeah.
And what kind of work were you looking for here exactly?
I do blacktop sealing.
And what brought you to this address exactly? Did the owner of the house call you for blacktop work, or?
I put ads out and stuff.
Really? And did you bring all your blacktop stuff with you?
And just come down just to look at it.
Oh, just to look at it. Now, do you want to start the story again?
What do you mean?
Tell the truth.
I talked to a lot of people.
So you weren't really here to give an estimate for a blacktop job?
No.
That was a lot.
Sorry about that.
He also seemed sorry he sent that picture.
That's appropriate?
No.
To send to a 14-year-old girl?
He doesn't deny he sent the picture, but does he know it's a possible crime?
Do you know that this is illegal to send
Not by you, Billy.
something like this to someone you think is underage? Do you get that?
Yeah. Oh, it won't happen again, I can tell you that one.
Then he tries to explain it all away as one big computer glitch.
I shut down my computer and stuff, and my computer's messed up.
Your computer, so it just, what, magically typed itself like a player piano?
No, it's messed up. I'm saying I got a virus in it and stuff.
What's messed up is this conversation. So what was your intent today? Just to babysit until she's old enough to...
Just come over to say hi. That was it.
But how will he explain that online the decoy asked him to bring condoms, and he just happens to have them in his shirt pocket?
I always have them on.
You always carry them right there in your pocket?
Well, yeah, I sit on, they end up getting crushed.
Do you see how this looks, Thomas?
Yeah, it looks bad.
And it looks bad for all the men you've seen walking in our door.
I don't like myself right now at all, man.
I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC, and we're doing a story on adults who meet teens on the internet.
Like most of the men who find out they've been caught in a Dateline undercover investigation, this man, the 45-year-old truck driver who made plans online to meet a girl who told him she was 14, has nothing more to say.
You're obviously free to walk out that door that you came in.
I will do that. Thank you.
I will do that.
But he won't get very far.
Get down. Get your ass on the ground now.
Fort Myers police are ready to make the arrest.
Do everything you're told. You will not get hurt.
He's taken away in an unmarked police car and brought to a transfer station.
Because of diseases. Hold on 1 second. I feel like my background music is a little loud for me. Okay. think that's better.
Spread your legs out.
Where he's searched, put in another car, and transported to jail. Meanwhile, back at our house, another man thinks he has his own solution to being exposed on national television. Remember the 21-year-old who duped his sister into driving him to meet a girl who said she was 14?
And we're doing a story
You do
on
look kind of
adults
familiar.
who try to meet kids on the internet.
Hey man, I don't want to be on the news. You feel me?
We are filming.
I don't want to be on the news, dog.
Well, it's a little late for that, dog. Now, if there's anything else you want to tell me.
He quickly comes up with a disguise. And as far as interviews go, this may be a television first.
All I gotta say is, ain't nothing going on here, dude. Nothing funny going on here.
Nothing funny going on.
No, if the girl's really 14, then I know. But
she told you she was 14.
We were in the role-playing chat room, dude.
You know how many times I hear that?
Am I being held up here?
You're not being held up. You're free to walk out that same door you walked in.
Do y'all want to interview? Hey, how y'all doing? Okay. How y'all doing? NBC?
NBC.
NBC. And you're
Chris Hansen.
All right,
Dateline NBC.
Let me explain something to NBC for a second. I don't know what kind of rap y'all got on people, but maybe y'all can get the whole story because this girl is in a role-playing chat room. Whose house is this? Can I smoke this shit?
No,
right
you
now?
can't smoke this.
I didn't think so.
You can smoke outside.
All right, dude. Whatever.
He decides to go out the front door.
Run into the car. Move.
But that doesn't stop detectives from catching him and placing him under arrest. And when he shows up at the transfer station, police search him, and he keeps talking.
Y'all thought y'all was gonna get some green. No. Hey, NBC, 2 words, role-playing chat room, dude, because the girl...
Yeah, I feel like... Do you see anyone else actively smoking in the house? Yeah, I think that might have been like a tactic for him to seem cool or intimidating, or he really was that nervous that he was just like, fuck, I need to have a cigarette right now.
It was role-playing, man.
We checked with Perverted Justice and were told he met the decoy in a Florida romance room, not a role-playing chat room.
What's that for you?
Romance?
Yeah. And the transcripts of his online chats and phone calls were enough for police to charge him with a felony.
Good, because when I get found not guilty, I'm sue somebody.
Even after he's placed in the police car, he goes on talking.
I'm not guilty, man. Do I look like I need 14-year-old girls? I don't need 14-year-old girls, dude. I got all kind of girls.
And he has even more to say when he's brought to the jail.
NBC again. How y'all doing, NBC?
It turns out there was at least one thing he said earlier that turned out to be true.
I happen to know law enforcement.
He has quite a long rap sheet. In 2002, he led police on a high-speed chase in a stolen car. He was also convicted of grand theft and trying to sell the stolen goods. And twice, he was convicted of battery. Back at the transfer station, police are searching suspects' vehicles.
I think it's the coffin 1012.
This car belongs to the 31-year-old man in the black hat. He was planning on meeting a girl who said she was 14.
He had some condoms that were in there. The address of the location was on there on a piece of paper, so we took all that as evidence.
This car belongs to the man who ran after spotting our crew. He showed up to meet a girl who said she was 13.
Located notebook, some address to the target house, cell phone, 2 condoms, Kodak Funsaver camera, and 3 adult magazines.
Magazines?
And this car belongs to the 45-year-old who was too afraid to come into the house and meet a girl who told him she was 12.
Like an over-the-counter bag or something.
What kind of effort did it take for the police to handle an operation this big? Chief Hilton Daniels is the man in charge.
We had 50-something police officers. We had officers from the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, and we had attorneys from the state attorney's office directing the takedowns.
And it was the interrogations, according to Chief Daniels.
Hello, Viper. Kodak Fun Saver. I don't remember what those are. The most worst. But it does sound like a type of camera that you have to like take to like CVS. Just like that one chick. Fuck, I can't remember her name because I've watched the movie adaptation so many times. Nicole Kidman. To Die For? This is based on a real case, and Dreading did some like great single-use disposable cameras. Okay. Dreading did a great video of the real lady on the stand, and she had these like pictures, these like these scandalous pictures, and she had the guy that she was having an affair with, who was underage, pick them up. It's like, why would you do that? I love Dreading so much. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Like, I watched the movie like years before I actually like looked up the actual case. Oop, let me play.
That proved to be their best evidence.
They confessed to exactly what was read to them off the chat logs.
Hello? Remember this man, Michael Willis, screen name generic white male? He's the 49-year-old who came to meet a girl who said she's 15. He was the one who threw the cookie.
You know what? I don't want this cookie.
And left.
I have some more questions for you.
Walk
Hey, ex-Derek.
away from Dateline's interview.
Yeah, in the movie, she was like a weather woman, but like in real life, she worked at like a high school, like she was really big into like metal rock. So she did like radio and worked for a school, like something has to do with like media or something.
He couldn't walk away from Detective Jennifer LaDelpha.
Confessed to everything, that he had solicited her over the internet, stated that he knew that she was underage, and that he'd come down here to make his fantasy come to fruition.
While for some men it might take getting arrested and then being interrogated before confessing, back at the house you're about to meet two men who had...
Yeah, and she's like one of those cases, or kind of like Sarah Boone. Don't testify. Just don't testify when you're freaking guilty. But I'm thankful because the interrogation was very entertaining.
Admit doing things you won't believe.
I had nude pictures of her on my computer.
Coming up, it's not the first time our next suspects say they've targeted underage teens.
How often do you meet underage girls online?
Probably 10,
15.
God, not this guy.
Underage girls you've met online.
To Catch a Predator continues in a moment.
He's pulling in the driveway. Go out, throw a little wave at him.
This
A little
is
wave.
27-year-old Eric Thornton, screen name Balin79.
That's
he
his
drove
name.
4 hours thinking he was going to meet a girl who told him online she was 14. At one point during the chat, he gets on his webcam and masturbates and types, "Did you see it?" The decoy says, "Not really, too dark," and he types back, "Shoot," and then brags about what he had just done.
Yo, Liz.
Now he's in our house.
Hey, come on in.
All right.
I made some chocolate chip cookies and I left them on the table. Just take a seat. I'll be right there.
That's fine. No problem. You are good.
You like them? I made them all by myself. I can't wait to see you.
I know.
I know.
Online, he said he'd bring alcohol and condoms, so the actress asks him about it.
What kind of alcohol did you bring?
I brought Absolute Citron. I brought Mandarin Orange. I brought a shot of Jägermeister. I got Bush.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
I don't know. I could get some more if I need to.
Did you bring condoms?
Mm-hmm. Food.
Sure did.
Well, with all that, it sounds like you've got a pretty big night planned, huh?
Yep.
Oops.
2 different kinds of vodka. Brought some beer. And what else?
That's it.
That's it. Condoms. So what was your plan here tonight?
My plan? Just to hang out.
Stop, Eelrig. It turns out Xavier runs a school for the gifted up in New York State. People say he's teaching mutants how to use their power. Yeah, I get like Striker vibes from him.
To hang out. And you thought it was okay as a 27-year-old to come here and meet a 14-year-old with alcohol and condoms?
No, not at all.
Then why did you do it?
Because I just thought it was like a good idea.
A good idea? Turns out he says this isn't the first time he's gone after underage teens.
How often do you meet underage girls online and set up a visit?
Not that much.
Ballpark it for me.
Probably 10, 15.
10, 15?
That's a lot.
Have you met them in person?
Mm-hmm.
And what did you do when you met them in person?
Well, actually, I didn't really meet them.
He keeps changing his story. Finally, he admits he has a problem when it comes to chatting with underage girls online.
I've went to counseling many times.
Get off the internet.
So based upon the fact that you're here to meet a 14-year-old, that counseling isn't working out too well, is it?
I don't know.
You don't know.
The counseling isn't working because he says he stopped going about 5 months ago.
Did you plan on spending the night?
Yes, I wanted to spend the night, but I didn't want to do anything too graphic until I actually met that person.
Well, what do you think should happen to you, Eric?
Just go home and learn from this.
But he's not going to get off that easy. It's time to tell him who I am.
I'm Chris Hansen from Dateline NBC, and
He doesn't run when he sees the cameras. Instead, he decides to give any potential predator this advice.
Oh, good. We love
Just
advice.
Whatever you do not get into underage people at all. I feel regretful. I feel horrible that I did this.
But that heartfelt speech, those words of wisdom, won't help him this time.
Yeah, the amount of like strange random like alcohol that he brought. That's what makes me like remember this guy and his t-shirt.
Around.
I know.
Like all the other men you've seen, he's patted down, photographed, and his car is searched.
He probably did. Blinking.
Found in his left front pocket.
And off to jail. Most of the men who came to our undercover house were chatting online with decoys for a week or more.
Red pickup's coming back.
But not this potential predator. He's 48-year-old
What's going on,
Donald
my babies?
Morrison, screen name Donnie 1957, male. He started the online chat with a girl posing as a 15-year-old at 8 p.m. this very same night. Wasting no time,
Fuck, I don't
he
like
types,
this.
I want to meet you and fool around. Are you up to meeting tonight, hon? Then he makes a plan to come to her house around 11 p.m.
I'll work on something else.
He's walking up.
The guy's in the driveway for those of you.
It's now 11:30, and look who's walking up the driveway.
He's opening the door.
Hello. Hey, come on in.
Well, you got a big house.
You kind of
Try one
big.
of my cookies. They're so good.
Chocolate chips my favorite.
Oh no.
Mine too.
When I make them for Christmas, I make about 10 dozen of them.
Whoa. Why so many?
Because we usually got family in from the up north. We had like 14 of us here this year.
Holy cow.
Can I get you a glass of milk to go along with those cookies? Sure. What's going on?
I don't know, I just was talking to her and she said come down and visit her.
Just like our other visitor, he admits he has a problem when it comes to underage girls.
I have a compulsion for younger women, just meeting them. I've met about a dozen of them online.
And so this is something you do frequently?
No, I haven't done it I haven't done it since I moved here to Florida.
And where did you live before?
Texas.
And so you did this a lot in Texas?
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever get in trouble for it?
Yeah.
What's up, bub? You gotta go
Yeah.
outside?
Well, I got in trouble because I met a girl on.
All right. Looks like Opie needs to go outside. I will BRB, because it's just me in the house, and we'll see how he handles the snow that's happening right now. But I'm gonna keep playing this. BRB.
Michigan. And how old was that girl?
17.
And what trouble did you get in there?
Well, her grandfather tried to charge me with something. They couldn't do anything. So they arrested me for possessing child pornography because I had nude pictures of her on my computer. They ended up dropping the charges.
And how did you get the naked pictures of the teenage girl?
I met her in Michigan, and I took them.
You took the pictures of the girl, and then you put them on your computer?
On my computer, yeah. They were digital pictures.
After the 48-year-old asks the decoy online if she's looking for sex, he brings up the possibility that she might be a cop.
What made you think that this might be a police operation?
Just after seeing all these things on Dateline, you know, like I said, this is the first time I've done it since I've been here.
So you've seen all the Dateline stories? Mm-hmm. And what did you think of those stories?
I thought some of them were pretty bad. I mean, I saw the one where they were coming over for sex with boys and stuff like that, you know. And I'm not really into, you know, pedophilia. You know, this is probably considered that. And I know this is probably going to be on Dateline too, so go ahead and put it on.
Well, you know who I am.
Yeah.
I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline
Right,
NBC.
I understand. I know who. I recognize it from the voice.
And everything you've just said and done has all been recorded.
Okay.
And if you have anything else you'd like to tell us, we'd like to hear it.
Just saying that, you know, I shouldn't have done it. I mean, this is something I normally don't go out and do.
I want you to be honest with me. If I wasn't here tonight, and a young girl was, who was alone and willing to have sex, what do you think would have happened?
Probably would have happened.
Probably would have had sex. You would have gone ahead and done it.
Probably, yes. I mean, I could say honestly, yes, it probably would have if she would have, you know, said, hey, let's go for it.
And you don't see anything wrong with that?
Yes, I do see things wrong with it, but I had lack of judgment.
And here's a first. Before he leaves, he actually thanks me.
Thank you for bringing, you know, kicking me in the pants and setting me straight, Chris.
He leaves through the back door, and the police are waiting.
Fort Myers police, get on the ground! On the ground! On the ground!
196. He's taken to the transfer station.
Box of condoms.
When he gets to the jail, he goes into diabetic shock.
Am I going to be able to get out
He's
of here?
taken in handcuffs to the hospital, where he's treated and then brought back to jail. The next day, he appears before a judge.
Donald Morrison, you're charged with a sex offense against a child.
Your Honor, may I ask a question?
No, sir.
Okay.
When we return, if you're outraged over what you've seen so far, watching these suspects, you'll be saddened by what you witness next. What this man did stunned everyone who saw it.
Oh, no. Oh, my God.
A father brings his own 5-year-old son to the house when To Catch a Predator continues.
Deli's backing out now.
After conducting 4 internet predator investigations in 4 different states, you'd think we'd be prepared for anything.
He's getting out of the car.
But what happens here in Florida shocks us all.
Oh, no. Oh, my God. He brought his son with him. He's got his child with him.
He's a 40-year-old married man, Clifford Wallach, screen name PhotoFix. He's here to meet a boy who told him online he was 14. Dell from Perverted Justice, posing as the boy, talks to PhotoFix on the phone.
He said, I like oral, all aspects. I said, giving or receiving. He said, both. I said, cool. He said, you up for that? I said, sure.
Coming in the back door.
Holding his son's hand, the 40-year-old walks into the house.
Where'd you go?
Because we don't want to scare the little boy, we immediately tell the man what's going on.
I got to tell you something. And I'm going to tell you just straight up right now. I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC.
Okay.
We're doing a story on adults eating children. And since you have your child here, I'm not going to pursue this.
Okay.
But I think you know what you were doing here, don't you?
No, I was just coming to take some lunch.
My point is, because your child is here, I think it'd be best if you just went ahead and left.
Yeah, I agree. I'm never going to do this again.
Since the police know the man has his son with him,
Sir, right there. You come here. You come here. Let go of the child.
a female officer quickly takes the little boy and whisks him away so he doesn't have to further witness his father's arrest.
Please give me my son, please.
He's taken away in handcuffs and brought to the transfer station.
Please, I want to stay with my son.
No, that's not an option for now, sir.
I didn't do nothing wrong. I was
Okay,
only
sir, I'm not
coming to
doing
take
so,
somebody
sir.
to lunch. I can't feel my hands, please.
The police contact the boy's mother at work, tell her what's going on.
All right, I am back, and I saw that evil little McNuggets is here. Hi, honey. Oh, and Eelrearg. Eelrearg is the worst. There you go. I gave you the worst I can possibly give for you.
But she comes and gets him.
You want to get a drink?
Oh my god, it's so fucking cold outside.
The dad is taken to jail, photographed, and put behind bars. He and most of the other men in Florida have pleaded not guilty. While his story is upsetting,
in the driveway.
the story of a man you'll meet next week is downright bizarre.
That's him right there. He's pulling in the driveway.
This potential predator comes in the house, whips off his clothes,
Oh
and
boy.
proceeds to search
Oh
for
boy.
a young teen.
You want to explain yourself?
And will tell you what he planned to do with that teenager.
You're naked, there's a 14-year-old girl, you're chasing a cat around, you've got Cool Whip.
Marvin, you're naked. Why Cool Whip? Is that just like what he had at his house? Warm me up. I'm so cold.
And you can find
Seriously.
information on what you can do to protect children
Woo!
from internet predators on our website. Just log on to dateline.msnbc.com. That's all for now. I'm Stone Phillips. For Ann Curry and all of us at NBC News, thanks for watching.
Okay, is this gonna... Where's the second one? Part 2.
I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC.
Police on the ground! Get down!
You show up with people.
Oh my god, I need that tattooed on my fucking arm. Warm me up and save me from myself. Oh, God.
Here, you show up with condoms. You're naked, there's a 14-year-old girl, you're chasing
a cat around.
You've got Cool Whip.
He's in the kitchen coming towards the living room.
The issue here is not gay or straight. The issue here is adult.
My cat does love the fuck out of some Cool Whip. Sadly, I think Marvin was speaking from experience. I mean, Cool Whip is great. I love it with a piece of like pumpkin pie. I'm good. I mean, I'm not gonna argue that it wasn't a bad choice, but I love that my dogs like will eat anything except like fruit and vegetables.
Child.
The one that bothered me the most was the guy that showed up with rope and duct tape.
Fuck that guy.
You are every parent's worst nightmare.
Suspected predators caught on tape. And one is caught going way too far. Tonight on To Catch a Predator. They're online and on the prowl, grown men targeting children on the internet. Good evening and welcome to Dateline. I'm Stone Phillips.
And I'm Ann Curry. This month, millions of people have been watching our investigations into computer sex predators, among them some of the suspected predators themselves. And what's most surprising, even knowing that they may be walking into a sting,
it's Lee Greer, it's Lee Greer,
is not enough to keep some of them away.
Tonight we're back in Florida where we started our investigation last week. And now there are new suspects and new dangers. Again, we want to remind...
Why do I get the feeling that this is about to turn, what I'm doing right now is going to turn into like a Rorschach painting? I don't know what this is happening, but it is what it is.
Remind you that some of what you'll see is explicit. Here's Chris Hansen.
Hey, baby girl.
You seem like law enforcement.
Law.
I happen to know law enforcement.
Oh my god, it's Aaron E. Hi! The Unholy Food Trilogy in the Midwest, along with Miracle Whip and Margarine. Oh, not Miracle Whip. Ay, gross. And margarine. Gross. Gross.
You do. So you're an expert in this area.
No, I'm just saying, you come off as law enforcement.
Really? You know how you come off?
How's that?
Somebody who's very
Very
nervous.
nervous.
Somebody who came over here to have sex with a 14-year-old girl.
14-year-old?
Like all our previous investigations, the potential
The
predators
Oscar
here in
goes
Fort Myers, Florida,
to...
are keeping us busy.
Is this some kind of setup or something?
While some are surprisingly candid,
They arrested me for possessing child pornography because I had nude pictures of her on my computer. They ended up dropping the charges.
others tell us stories we've heard before.
Just come over to say hi. That was it.
And one man does something so brazen, you have to see it to believe it.
You want to explain yourself?
But they all have something in common. Every one of them chatted online about having sex with a person posing as a young teen, made a date to meet, and then showed up at our undercover house.
A number of these individuals traveled quite a ways.
Hilton Daniels is the chief of police in Fort Myers.
I believe the furthest one drove 223 miles to Fort Myers to have sex with a child.
Chief Daniels says it's frightening to think what would have happened if there really had been a child home alone.
Anything could have happened in that house. The person would have cleaned up and drove away, and as law enforcement agencies, we would never have known who that person was.
But fortunately, there are no real children in the house. Instead, there are decoys, members of an online watchdog group called Perverted Justice. Dateline hired them as consultants to do what they normally do, set up profiles of 12 to 15-year-olds, and in this case, go into Florida chat rooms and wait to be contacted by a grown-up. Once an adult starts messaging, a decoy will often pretend to be home alone and willing to have sex.
He has a case of perhaps Bud Light or something.
Over the course of 3 days, men come knocking on our door, and our 13 hidden cameras record their every move.
13?
From the minute they turn onto our street until they walk into our living room, cameras are rolling, but the potential predators have no idea.
There he goes. He heard you. He's coming. He's coming fast.
This man shows up to a house he's never been to before to keep a date with a girl he's never met. He walks into the backyard and knocks on the wrong door. No one answers, so he makes a call. No one answers the phone either. Finally, he hears our decoy and heads.
Where the hell is everybody? Why is nothing happening?
Inside.
Hey, I just had to change my shirt real quick, but just come in and watch some TV. I'll be right there.
Where you at?
I'm just gonna change my shirt real quick.
Although Perverted Justice members are actually the decoys who conduct the chats online, we hired this actress to pretend to be the girl alone in our house. She looks the part of a minor, but she's really 19.
Sit down on the chair and eat some cookies. I just have to change real quick.
The man who's come into our house is 23-year-old Raul Antonio Brenes, screen name Antonio69929, an assembly worker. He met a girl posing as a
'Cause I'm just a Cali
Whoa.
slime bucket witch lady.
Why won't you speak, woman? Thank you, Westmost. Donald Morrison looks like he was hired from Central... Not Central Casting. To play the role of creepy predator. Also, happy early 20th birthday tomorrow to Eva Little McNuggets. 1 more year until you are too old for space camp. Give up your dream. Aww. Nuggets. I'm so sorry. But god damn it, Wes, with that Central Casting. Hi, Kenji.
Called online and asks her if she's ever had anal sex. She says no.
Oh, god
and then
damn
he
it.
types, would you ever do it? He also asks her,
how many rounds can you last?
Ew.
Would you be able to have sex and take a break until you get tired, or could it be an all-night thing?
I guess we'll see.
I just want to make sure you can handle me.
to keep his date, he actually got on a bus and rode across the state of Florida. But instead of
My God. Now it's just making me think of like all of those casting sites. Central Casting, Backstage, Frontier Casting. That other one, I can't remember. I went to so many auditions for them and I had to put like so many headshots and a reel on there. Was it Central? No. Actors Access? It's been too long for me. $13? Happy non-birthday, Evil Little McNuggets. Every day it's not your birthday, it's your non-birthday, so that like kind of counts, right?
Finding a minor alone.
Or unbirthday, according to Alice in Wonderland lore.
It's me.
Why don't you have a seat right over there, please?
Online, he told the girl he'd bring alcohol and spend the night. And look, he's brought beer and an overnight bag.
How was your bus ride?
Good.
How long were you on the,
The
bus?
bus.
Wow, sir.
How many hours about?
About 4.
And what else did Antonio 69929 bring with him?
Did you bring condoms with you?
It's in my bag. I always bring them with me.
You always bring condoms.
Yes, sir.
You show up with beer, you show up with condoms after a sexually charged online conversation at a home where you believe a 14-year-old girl is alone for the weekend. You say, "Are you sure you can handle me?" You ask her if she's cool about having...
They always fucking say that. Are you sure you can handle me? Oh no, I remember when I auditioned to play Jackie Robinson in the movie 42. They gave it to Chadwick and he was fine, but let me tell you how I would have played it better. Please tell us. I'm dying to know, Ilrir. I'm dying. I am waiting with like bated breath right here.
having sex with you.
I'm guilty of whatever is there, sir.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, I'm guilty of whatever is there.
And what could he be guilty of in the state of Florida? Using the internet to attempt to solicit a minor for sex. A felony.
Not appropriate at all, sir.
Why did you do it?
Why?
Just me being dumb.
What do you think should happen to you, Antonio?
I think I should get a death penalty, sir. What's what?
Well, he won't be
It's a
getting the
death
death
penalty.
penalty. You'll find out shortly he does have a date before a judge.
I'm printing out right now everything.
Perverted Justice has been sending the sexually explicit online chat logs between its decoys and the potential predators to the Fort Myers Police Department and state prosecutors. They're staked out in the guest house behind our house. In the case of Antonio 69929, there's enough evidence for...
God, I think I made his nose too small. It's gotta be more bulbous than this.
Arrest.
I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC, and we're doing a story on adults who try to meet children on the internet.
So after I tell him he's going to be on Dateline,
So you're free to leave.
Get on the ground. Get down.
he gets arrested and taken away in an unmarked police car. Then he's brought to this transfer station where he's searched.
You have any ID on you?
Yeah, I have my wallet, sir.
And he's taken to jail.
Watch your head when you get in.
The next morning, he appears before a judge, and bail is set.
There is probable cause as to all charges. There'll be a $40,000 bond composite.
His story is only one in a long line of potential predators who come knocking on our door.
7:30's here. Here he's coming in.
And as you'll see, some seem prepared to do things that police find quite disturbing.
The one that bothered me the most was the guy that showed up with rope and duct tape in his vehicle.
Yeah, fuck, that's creepy.
When we return, you'll meet that man. What was he really planning?
You talk about using the rope in various sex acts with this 15-year-old girl.
And later, no shirt, no pants, and nowhere to hide from our hidden cameras.
Marvin, you're naked.
Marvin, you're naked.
To Catch a Predator continues in a moment.
Is that the secret, Online Lobster? I love me a good chicken Caesar wrap. California Chicken Cafe make the best. I don't live in California anymore, but I've made some on my own. Like, I don't know why. Something about it. I love it.
He went down to the triangle at Avocado and made a right, so he's either circling back down Escala and coming up Riverside.
California love.
On the first day alone, 10 men show up at our undercover house in Fort Myers, Florida, where supposedly a young teen...
God, this looks... I promise I have a plan for this. I know this looks like really janky, but think of like pop art, like think of like weird shit, and it'll make sense once I trace it onto the ceramic stucco I just put on the hard canvas.
Teen is home by herself and ready to have sex.
Here he comes, here he comes. Copy that. Wave him up. Get him in.
This is Brian Gosselin, screen name Bay Jones.
Hey, come on in, the door's open.
He's here to meet a girl who said online she was 15. He lied to her about his age, claiming to be 24. He's really 32. And based on what he had to say online, want to blank my brains out, it's not hard to guess why he's here.
I got some wine coolers.
Oh no. Not wine coolers. That's my weakness.
Hey, you weren't kidding when you said a big house.
I know, the house is beautiful. I love my house.
Yeah. Are you the only child?
Yeah.
Oh, did you bring protection?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Rope.
The only bad news about that is you're probably not going to need that type of protection tonight.
See, I knew this was going to be a setup.
You did?
Yeah.
How did you know that?
Just because of the way she was talking online.
Brian, what's your last name?
I don't have a last name.
You don't have a last name.
And that's about all he's willing to say.
All right, I'll just leave, I guess.
No.
He really does.
I'm not finished asking questions
Wait,
yet.
no, come back.
I'm not wanted here.
7:30's here.
He does look like a child actor who went down a very, very dark path. It's like his hair is thinning, but he's still trying to do the boy band, like LA Looks gel.
But most men who show up at our house are
Chatterbait Billy, hello.
willing to talk.
He is on the steps, opening the door.
Like this man, 30-year-old Kenneth Fortin.
Watch it, he's coming fast. He's in the kitchen, call out.
Hey, I'm in here.
He's been chatting online with a decoy posing as a 15-year-old. He describes detailed plans for their sexual rendezvous. He says he likes to start with oral sex. After that, he asks her what position she'd like to try first. And he also asks if he can do more.
Can I tie you up?
You got like ropes and stuff?
Yeah, I work construction, so I have all kinds of stuff. But if you like rope, I'll bring rope.
So did he actually bring rope?
Hey, I'm about to put on my bra and panties. Come on in.
Keep going, he's coming fast. Rob, go ahead. Chris has him.
How you doing?
All right,
Would you have a seat over in that chair, please?
He says he's here to meet a girl, but he can't remember her name, and he's a little vague about her age.
Rather young. Rather young.
Hey, Omega.
As in...
Ow.
15 or 16?
I stabbed myself with the
15.
pencil.
And how old are you?
30.
And it's okay for a 30-year-old man to come to a home where a 15-year-old girl is alone. Why?
No, it's not okay.
During their online chat, they talked about condoms. He also said he'd bring marijuana.
Did you bring condoms with you?
No.
Not in your car?
No.
Did you bring marijuana?
No.
Are you sure?
But is he telling the truth? We'll find out later when police search his car. But now he does admit to bringing one thing.
Did you bring rope with you tonight?
I have rope in my car.
You have rope in your car?
Yes, for my job.
You talk about using the rope in various sex acts with this 15-year-old girl. What would have happened if a 15-year-old girl was here and I wasn't?
Same thing that's happening now, just talking.
Do you see why that's very difficult?
Oh yeah, but Westmouse, I agree. Nuggies deserves a... If it ever was a thing, or if it ever becomes a thing, like best villain in a troll saga, Nuggets would win it for sure. Like, hands down.
difficult for me to believe based on this chat?
Yes, I do. That's the God's honest truth, though.
But why should I believe that?
Because I have a 6-year-old daughter that I'm trying to see.
You have a 6-year-old daughter. How would you feel if a stranger came into your
Mother,
home?
what's a long neck?
So why then is it okay for you
Ew.
to come into this home where you thought a girl was alone?
Bad judgment.
There seems to be a lot of bad judgment in the air.
Said he's making the turn. He's nervous. He's about to call out, call out.
Hey, come on in.
He heard, put the soap on. Awesome. Back away. He's opening the door. He's in the laundry room.
Lenny? Here comes 22-year-old Elias Balon, screen name Daytona02, a small business owner. He's been chatting online with a girl posing as a 14-year-old named Lainey. She asks him if he'll bring her vodka and let her drive his car. He says, "Whatever you want, sweetie." And when Lainey tells him her bedroom is hot, he types,
No, John Ryan, calm down.
"You hot, mommy? Let's make
It's
love."
fine. It's all-
He
it's
drove
all legit.
2.5 hours to get here. It's just before 1 o'clock in the morning.
Just sit down and watch TV for a little bit. I'll be right out.
Where are you?
Oh, I'm just changing
Where
my shirt
are
real quick
you?
'cause I got chocolate on it. Just take a seat. I'll be right there. I made you some cookies. Did you bring me my drinks?
Time for go to bed.
Yeah, I'll be right there. I just gotta change.
Why don't you do me a favor and come on in? Will you bring your stuff in?
Ooh. It looks as if Daytona02 has come bearing gifts.
What have we got?
Daytona.
A rose.
A rose? What about condoms? Did you bring condoms?
Yes, sir.
You did. Why don't you put those on the table?
No, I said I carried them.
This is your boy!
A rose, alcohol, and some condoms. What does that add up to?
I know, sir.
Then he reveals something we didn't know.
I knew if something would happen like this, I would get in trouble because I'm married.
You're married?
Yes, sir.
That's not what you said in the chat.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. No, but I'm married.
You are married?
Yes, sir. But I really love her. The thing is that they thinks that we don't get along sometimes.
Now, what do you think she would say if she knew that you were coming here to have sex with a 14-year-old girl?
She would kill me. I don't want to think about it.
She would kill you.
Yes, sir. I would get a divorce.
Yes, first off, and then
Oh,
her
dad
brothers would
has
kill you 10 times
brothers.
over.
10 brothers.
They would kill me.
So I'll be looking for you.
Daytona02 says he knew he was taking a big risk and worried this might be a setup.
You say this might be a trap. I've seen that on TV. What did you see on TV exactly?
That.
Oh shit.
Well, in the news actually, because the people get like arrested because of chatting like with underage girls.
Right. So you saw it on Dateline NBC?
Yeah, news. Just news.
Yeah.
I didn't. Oh my God, I didn't think it was gonna happen.
He still doesn't appear to know he's landed in the middle of a Dateline investigation, but he'll find out a little later.
Okay.
Fuck!
Battle station, coming in. Everybody.
This is him. It's Lee Greer. It's Lee Greer.
It's Lee Greer.
It's Lee Greer. It's Lee Greer.
1 o'clock. You know what it is?
Did I just
Now,
fuck
here
this
comes
up?
another married man. He's 31-year-old Lee Greer, screen name Lee Greer 74. He's away from home on business, and he's been chatting online with a 13-year-old. At least that's what the decoy told him. He sends her a picture of his penis and then types, "You will get to see the real thing, you know, in person."
He's on the back door, his porch, opening the door. He's supposed to be bringing lunch and booze.
Often, perverted justice decoys will ask a man to bring something specific, like food or alcohol.
Ask if he brought the lunch and booze.
Did you bring the food?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Law enforcement says it helps show intent because a potential predator is bringing items that he talked about online in the same conversation he's talking about sex.
What did you bring?
Double cheeseburgers with no pickles.
Nope.
Awesome.
Pickles?
I made chocolate chip cookies too, but I actually just got some on my shirt, so I'm just gonna change my shirt real quick.
All right, I got some fries, but the fries might be cold. They took me a little while to find this place.
You can just take a seat. I'll be right there.
Okay.
So no cookies for you? What's going on?
Not much. Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm Lee.
And Lee, what are you doing here?
Come to visit a friend off the net, I thought.
At first he
Yeah,
tells
you
me
thought.
the friend he came to see was 18 or older, but then changes his story.
Okay.
So why don't you start over again and tell me?
I need to leave this alone and stop fucking with it, or else I'm going to ruin it. There you go. Oops.
How old did she say she was in the conversation?
13.
How old are you?
Too old. 31.
31.
Okay, fuck off.
And you thought
He looks way, I'm sorry, he just looks way older than 30 fucking 1. And shit, I look younger than him.
it was okay for a 31-year-old man to come to a home where a 13-year-old girl was alone because why exactly?
I didn't.
Then why did you do it?
Stupidity.
Stupidity.
Honestly. I was
Yeah, right, hey Blinken?
pure stupidity.
You sent her that.
I remember, like, his brother, like, wasn't his brother also, like, a sex offender? Like, a really, like, violent one?
That picture.
Yes, right. And I told her they were dirty pictures and she wanted to see them, so I showed them.
So because a 13-year-old girl says it's okay for you to do it?
No, it's not, sir. No, sir.
Are you married?
Yes, sir.
How's this going to go over at home?
Not good. I had really, really, really like for it not to go home. Really, sir.
What do you think should happen to you, Lee?
Honestly, I'd like to be able to just go back to work. And
Just go back to work. Just walk, get up and grab a cookie and walk on out of here.
I'm not saying what I done was right because I know it's wrong. I'm admitting to you that it is wrong.
So we're all square, even Steven, and you should just get up and walk out of here.
I don't know what to tell you, honestly.
Well, there's a few things that you need to know.
As we told you before, he won't get off that easy.
Everything that you've done since you pulled up here has been recorded on camera.
Oh, Lord.
Oh,
Neither
Lord.
will the next potential predators you're about to meet.
Shit.
Where are you?
Coming up, he's the father of 2 teenage children, but that didn't stop him from making a date with our decoy, posing as another teen.
What was your plan here with this 14-year-old boy?
I mean, we talked about sex and stuff like that, and then
Sure did.
I feel like this predator is very underrated.
When To Catch a Predator continues.
What time is it? Oh my god, it's like 11 already? Holy shit. Ah! I need a cage. I need a cage for my microphone. I'm so sorry. I haven't used this space in a while. I apologize.
During our undercover investigation here in Fort Myers, Florida, there's been a steady stream of potential predators arriving to keep their dates with someone who told them they were a young teen.
There we go. Now we're back.
10 men the first day and 11 men on the second day, and there's still one more day to go.
Approaching the back door. He's coming through.
Some come looking not for girls, but for boys. Meet 23-year-old Ryan McIntosh, screen name QX4Boy 19. He owns a high-end dog boutique. He's here to meet a boy who told him online he was 14. The decoy says, "You won't tell anyone I'm gay, will you?" And QX4Boy 19 replies, "If you don't tell anybody you blanked my blank." Dell from Perverted Justice, playing the male decoy, invites...
I'm in a I really am in like a rage room right now. This space needs to be decluttered. I am just like... I'm trying to have fun, but it's like so uncomfortable because like I haven't fucked with any of this shit in like over a year. Bring the wrecking ball.
Scoops behind the door before he sees her.
We'll watch TV or something. I'll be right back out, alright?
Alright. Why don't you make yourself at home here? Have a seat. What's going on?
Not much, how are you?
Like many other men caught in our investigations, QX4Boy 19 insists he didn't come here for sex with a young teen.
I was just going over to hang out, and I felt like I'd be more big brother more than anything. I do
Big brother.
Yeah,
So you're coming over to be a mentor.
In a way, yes. And I'm sure you've heard that 20 billion times.
20 billion and one, counting to 9.
I had no intention of having sex with him tonight.
What were you gonna do?
Just hang out.
But his chat log doesn't make it sound like he was just here to hang out.
You talk about penis size, whether he's got pubic hair. You say you're horny. You say you're masturbating while you're talking to him. You talk about hooking up, and you say, if you don't tell anybody, you my
I said that?
then you say, I don't want to go to jail. Do you recall that conversation?
I'm sorry I didn't say that.
I mean, the issue here is not gay or straight.
No.
The issue here is adult-child. In the mentoring conversation that you're saying to me that you were going to have tonight with the 14-year-old, that's not what
Well, I
we're
didn't feel like
saying.
necessarily have that conversation tonight. I was gonna just come out and hang out and see what he's like.
QX for boy 19 sits and talks to me for more than 10 minutes. Then amazingly, when I start to tell him who I am,
well, I gotta tell you,
he already knows.
I know.
And you know. Have you seen the previous stories? You have.
And as you'll hear later, the possibility of walking into a Dateline investigation wasn't enough to stop him. Here comes another man who's seen our previous broadcasts.
He's in the laundry room. He's in the kitchen, coming towards the living room.
His name is Dallas Lee. He's been chatting online in an AOL gay chat room with a boy posing as a 14-year-old. It takes him less than 7 minutes to ask the boy if he wants oral sex. The decoy says, okay, cool. And a few hours later, he's walking into our living room.
I'm finishing it right. Hang out the table for a second, okay?
Oh shit, this is so flaky.
Yeah.
So what were you so pumped for?
No, not too much.
You have a seat right on the stool there. What you doing here?
He invited me over.
Who is he?
Tony.
Tony.
Yeah.
And how old is Tony?
14.
What was your plan here with this 14-year-old boy?
I mean, we talked about sex and stuff like that. And then,
You sure did.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I got 2 kids of my own. We can hang out and stuff.
And how old are your kids?
My son is 19 and my daughter's 15.
So your daughter is 1 year older than the boy you were coming to visit tonight. Now, how would you feel if your daughter, at the age of 15, was home alone and a man came to visit her?
Honestly, terrible.
Yeah.
You know?
And so why is it okay for you?
It's not. You're
come
absolutely
here?
right.
It's not.
Honestly, it's not. You know, but I was not even set the sex aside.
He says he knows it looks bad, but he really wanted to be a father figure to the boy who told him he didn't have a dad. But if that's so, why did he tell the boy he was 20 years old when he's really 40?
If you're trying to be a father figure to this kid, as you have suggested to me you were trying to do, why would you tell him you were 20 and much closer to his age?
Right. That's a mistake.
As though somebody would do that if in fact they wanted the target to think they were younger and be comfortable to have sex.
I understand. I understand what you're coming from.
He also understands something else.
As you sit here today, based on this chat, based upon your arrival here, you are every parent's worst nightmare.
Exactly. I understand what you're saying. You're right. I guarantee it's never going to happen again.
He's coming in, walking.
And there's still another man who comes to the house claiming he's really here to help.
Bottom step in the laundry room.
Where are you?
I'm right here. I got fish and change. I'll be right there.
He's 61-year-old Thomas Campbell.
Whacked my
J1H
toe on the
3120.
banister.
He's been chatting online with a decoy posing as a 14-year-old. He graphically describes how he likes to give oral sex to young men. The decoy asks, is that like your favorite to do? And J1H 3120 says, yep. And from what most say, it's the best they've had.
No. Where are you at?
I'm right here. I just got a fish and change.
Where are you at?
Moving pretty quick there. Why don't you have a seat right over there?
Okay.
At the stool. Where were you headed there?
Huh?
Where were you headed just
talk with him.
Just talk with who?
Tony?
Online, he lists his age as being in his 40s. At first, he tells me he's only 49. Later, we learn the truth.
I'm 61.
You're 61, so you're not in your 40s. No.
The man starts to have a bit
Not
of an
even
asthma
close.
attack.
Just relax.
He uses his inhaler and says he's fine. Then he tells me he had a tough time growing up gay and wanted to help the young boy he expected to be here.
To help him see that it's not really the shameful situation that it was when I was younger.
So you were here to mentor this boy?
If I could, yeah. If I could, you know, I don't mind helping.
And did that...
So Jordan, like if I can just help one person, it'll be worth it.
mentoring process include having sex with him?
Oh, no.
But that's not how the conversation went on the internet, is it?
I don't think so. I don't know.
You say, I love to a young man, deep and him.
Okay.
Do you recall that?
I believe so. This was
Well, I have the whole transcript here.
a few days ago.
Yeah. Yep, and from what most say, it's the best they've had. The real compliment is when they keep coming back for more. You'd absolutely love it. I'm in my 40s, but guarantee that I'm not some old guy wanting to perv a young boy. Well, the reality is that you are older. And what's going on here seems pretty pervy, doesn't it?
It does.
A total of 24 men show up at the house, are arrested, and
Yeah, Sloth Cat. That's like graphic, even with like the bleeps.
thrown in jail. But first, they'll find out they're going to be on national television.
Coming up, excuse after excuse.
Never have I met anyone underage.
Never, ever.
I will swear on my mother's grave.
Okay, Mom.
And arrest after arrest.
Please, this is a mistake.
Then later, our undercover cameras capture an image that's overexposed.
You want to explain yourself?
When To Catch a Predator continues.
They're stalking the chat rooms, then knocking on the door. Welcome back to our latest investigation into computer sex predators. Tonight, we return to Fort Myers, Florida, where we've rented a home and equipped it with 13 hidden cameras.
13?
Over the course of 3 days, 24 men arrived at the undercover house. Most all the men we met had an excuse and some explaining to do. Here again, Chris Hansen.
He's coming around.
The men walking through our door range in age from 20 to 61 and come from very different backgrounds. But most of them say almost the same thing when I confront them.
So this is the first time you've ever done something like this?
Well, yeah.
This is my first time. This is my first one.
She's the first person I ever considered meeting.
I never done this. Like,
You know, I hear that from virtually every person who has walked into this house.
I'll never have.
Never have I met anyone underage.
Never.
I will swear on my mother's grave. Never.
And there's something else I hear over and over.
Did you bring condoms today?
I always carry them on me.
Did you bring condoms with you?
Always keep condoms with me.
I have them, yeah. I always carry.
I just carry everywhere with me.
There's some in the car.
It's
Just have
gone.
to be something to go by. No, I always have
Deleted.
condoms anywhere I go. The person would have to be an idiot not to, because of diseases.
While most are willing to talk when they don't know they're being recorded on hidden camera,
I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC, and we're doing a story about adults meeting teens on the internet.
and just like this man, a mental health counselor for teenagers, when the cameras come out, the potential predators often scurry.
I'm not going to be on TV.
You're obviously free to walk right out of the door that you came in.
I would like to walk out.
I do too, the Scolo. Like, the amount of times I would say, like, TCaP, Lorne, Joran, Jesse, like, quotes in, like, my real life, and no one gets it. It's just so... I don't know. It makes me laugh.
Still on my face be seen.
And he's not the only...
This guy... Man, he does not seem as familiar as anyone else from this sting.
only one. Remember the married man who said his wife would kill him if she knew what he was up to?
I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC. If there's anything else you'd like to tell us, we'd like to hear it.
I just made a mistake.
Just made a mistake.
For sure.
And then there were the men who had already seen some of our Dateline computer predator investigations.
I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC.
Hello.
You know. Have you seen the previous stories? You have. And what was your impression of the earlier stories?
Nothing, they were very good coverage.
Good coverage?
They were good coverage. I seen one previous maybe a month ago.
Okay. And that didn't make you think twice about coming over here to meet a 14-year-old?
So low on ink.
No. It wasn't coming over to have sex with him tonight. Or do anything with him. I was just coming to talk to him.
And because he's seen a previous broadcast, he remembers what happens next.
I'm gonna walk out and they're gonna cop the path there.
That's not up to me.
No, yeah. Okay, thank you.
Oh shit,
And
it's
just
viral
as he
effects.
suspected, the police are waiting to arrest him.
Get down.
Here's another man, Dallas Lee, who saw one of our broadcasts and still showed up. He came to meet a boy posing as a 14-year-old.
How old is Tony?
More
You ever watch
tape.
Dateline NBC?
Sometimes, yes, I've seen that.
You've seen the computer predator
Not
stories.
Zima.
Well, this is one of them.
Lovely.
And there's more.
My god, like years ago when I was working as a bartender at a casino, like the beverage department like tried to bring back Zimas, and they even like had us carry like Jolly Ranchers. It didn't get picked up again. It did not get picked up again.
More bad news for him when he gets outside.
That was a
An
bad
officer wearing a
investment.
type of camouflage to hide in the bushes jumps out and arrests him.
Police officer on the ground! On the ground!
Oh my god, it's Guru. Hello, hello.
As soon as the
I'm
men
painting
leave our
again.
house, police work quickly and sometimes aggressively, taking the suspects down to the ground. That's because in Florida, it's relatively easy to get a permit to carry a concealed weapon. So these officers aren't taking any chances.
Anybody get hurt in the takedowns?
No, 24 people and no one was injured. All the officers are safe.
Let me see your hand. Oh, Lord.
As a man is being arrested in unmarked...
Blinken! Zima is the pogs of alcohol. Oh my god. Right now this is just a filler painting that I'm doing. I'm waiting for something else to dry, so right now I'm just kind of like messing with my ink. Got my regular water, alcohol, just to see what happens.
Marked police vehicle moves into position. The suspect is put into a car and taken to a transfer station.
Oh my god, I had pogs. I had pogs. I had pogs. I had pogs. My favorite. What were the big ones called? Like, were they like slammers? It was this beautiful Dragon Ball one with Goku as a kid, and it was orange. It was like reflective, and I stole it from my brother.
This is the married man, Lee Greer, who hoped his wife would never know that he showed up for a date with a girl who told him she was 13.
How's this going to go over at home?
I'd really, really, really like for it not to go home.
Oh my God, we got it. We probably.
Like ever again?
You're on vacation or something? No, I'm down here working.
His picture is taken.
Thank you.
And when the police search his rental car, they start collecting evidence.
Not TCaP pogs.
Booze and lunch. He's coming around back.
Fuck.
And remember that man, Kenneth Fortin, who online asked a girl claiming to be 15 if he could tie her up? Look what the police find in his car.
So there's rope. There's rope.
There's duct tape and extension cords.
He did admit to me that he had rope in his car, but he denied bringing anything else.
Did you bring condoms with you?
No.
No.
Not in your car?
No.
Did you bring marijuana?
No.
Are you sure?
Turns out he wasn't telling me the truth.
You think any narcotics on you, sir?
The police find the marijuana
What do you got going? A little bit of weed.
and a box of condoms.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
All of the 24 men who were arrested outside our house were charged with felonies, attempted lewd and lascivious behavior with a minor, and attempting to solicit a child over the internet.
Oh, I agree, Viral. Dell is the absolute slammer, for sure.
David Schumacher.
They all went before a judge, and bail was set.
Someone needs to make this a thing.
There's a $50,000 bond.
Many say they are innocent, but they will have to wait to be arraigned before they can plead not guilty, including the next man you're about to meet. Online, he's very clear about what he wants to do with the underage girl. And what he does when he shows up will be hard for you to believe.
You want to explain yourself? Grab that towel right there.
Please. For all of our
Wrap
sakes.
it around yourself. And please sit in that stool.
It was also hard for officers to believe that strange encounter is coming up next.
You're naked, there's a 14-year-old girl, you're chasing a cat around, you've got Cool Whip.
To Catch a Predator continues in a moment.
What are you driving so I know to look for you? Oh wait, pickup truck? Okay, I'll see you soon then, okay?
A perverted justice decoy is playing the part of a 14-year-old named Cindy. She's talking to this man, Marvin Lackhand, screen name Crazy Trini 85.
Oh my god, I forgot to tell you guys, one of the main reasons I wanted to stream was not just because I'm home alone all evening, but I made the dumbest mistake watching this movie called Creep. Did I mention this? That was my plan. But it came out in 2014. That is one of the creepiest movies I've ever watched. And coming from me, that's kind of huge. Because it has to do with just it's Creep is fantastic. It is good. I'm a weirdo. Yeah. It's on Netflix, that one and the second one. I'm in the middle of the second one right now. But the first one, oh my god. I was I don't want to be alone. There's a creep. God, what did he call that wolf mask? I bet Jesse has seen this movie. Mr. Peach Fuzz or something? Fuck. It is so... I know, all my doors are locked. My dogs, they better be sleeping with me in bed tonight. I'm gonna make sure the room is nice and warm. It's good, but and the thing is things don't really creep me out that much, but that kind of did, and it was 2014.
They met in an online chat room. Cindy tells him
I first learned about it from Kill Count, if you guys like dead meat.
She's a virgin, and he sends her a picture of his genitals. Crazy Trini 85 asks her if she'll try anal sex and adds, it's better than regular sex.
Okay.
Then he asks her if she has a jacuzzi.
I'm a you in there. And on your mom's bed?
Why not my bed?
That too. I'm a you in every room, so no matter where you go, you'll remember me.
Next, he asks her if she has any pets. Cindy says she has a male cat, and you won't believe...
Oh, yeah.
That I like you.
Believe what Crazy Trini 85 asks next.
You know what would be a huge turn on for me?
What?
He wants to watch her perform a sex act on a cat.
Oh, God. That quote takes me back.
What Crazy Trini 85 asks next.
You know what would be a huge turn on for me?
What?
He wants to watch her perform a sex act on a cat. He said,
oh, that just makes me think of old streams back in the day. And even talking about Jordan, where the predator would be you know what would be crazy funny? If you want to have anal sex. That would be hilarious. Same thing with Lauren, Ramona, and the diaper. It would just be so funny if you just put this diaper on and I don't know. That just really brought back some fond
people do
memories.
it all the time. They discuss it further on the phone, where he tells her they'll need Cool Whip. The decoy says she'll try it if he's willing to strip off all his clothes and walk into her house naked.
That's him right there. He's pulling in the driveway.
Yeah,
As we
drive nose. That would be fucking hilarious.
told you before, according to law enforcement, asking a suspect to bring or do something specific demonstrates intent.
There's like a green thing over the back door.
The decoy keeps talking to him as he walks up the driveway.
I'm gonna find my cat quick, okay? Just strip
Leave
in
the
there and I'll be
cats
out with the
alone,
cat.
Marvin.
Alright?
He's coming around.
Okay, yeah, just like whatever you want. I guess totally naked, because that was the deal, right?
This is a man who apparently sticks to a deal. He walks in the back door, takes off all his clothes in the laundry room, and goes in inside. of the decoy.
Inside.
Wait, just take a seat. Have a cookie. I made that because I'm going to cool it. It was kind of a little surprise.
You want to explain yourself? Grab that towel right there, please. Wrap it around yourself, and please sit in that stool. What are you doing?
Making a mistake.
Making a mistake. What is going on in your mind? You don't know. Now, what do you think would have happened, Marvin, had I not...
God, this is one of those moments. Where I'm just like, is this shit real? Did this really happen? Am I like Elphaba right now? Like, did that really just happen? Do I actually understood that this weird fucking creep would actually come to a house he doesn't know? Just to meet a 13-year-old, or whatever her age was. It doesn't fucking matter. It's underage. Viral! We need to write a parody song one day. Holding towel, defying nudity. I need to breathe right now.
Not been here and had there actually been a 14-year-old girl in that next room, what would have happened after you walked in there naked?
Something probably would have happened.
Something like what?
Something along sexual lines.
Like you would have had sex with a 14-year-old girl?
I'm not sure if I would have done that, but...
Marvin, you're naked.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gone all the way. I wasn't going...
You went all the way when you took your clothes off, just about.
Then I asked him about the plans he talked about online for the cat.
You know what would be a huge turn on for me? What? Watching you blank him, meaning the cat. She says, I don't think I want to blank the cat. Would you for me? You're going to make this 14-year-old girl perform a sex act on a cat?
I really do like the first VHS. A friend of mine from college was in one of the segments. Janine. God, which one was it? Like the group of like couples who went to the woods. She was the blonde. I was just like, holy shit. This is great. But there have been too many.
Was that your plan?
It really wasn't.
Well, why did you
Yes,
say
it
that?
was.
I was just messing around with it. I wasn't
You're just
really
messing
serious.
around.
I really wasn't serious about the cat.
You gave her instructions about using Cool Whip. Very specific instructions. I mean, I can only...
They got so bad, the most worse. Yeah, like I can watch I watched the first one, the second one, but when Dead Meat, they did a kill count for like all of the VHSs, and I couldn't get down with that. It was like my first time ever skipping like a kill count video.
Imagine what would have been going on in this house had I not been here. Am I wrong to think that?
No, you're not.
Don't look at me and
So
tell
what's
me
going to
that
be
I'm
happening if I'm
wrong.
not here? You're naked, there's a 14-year-old girl, you're chasing a cat around, you've got Cool Whip, and you want this girl to do some sex act with the cat, and then you'll have sex.
I love dead meat. That's like one of my playlists I fall asleep to, is like all the kill counts.
With her. Is that?
And then stitch together pictures with boots to reboots. Love it. Those are like my go-to horror movie channels.
Accurate? Yes.
Then Crazy Trini 85 asks for some water.
Some water? Yes, please. I guess all that running around naked got you pretty dried out then, huh? Have you ever met any young girls online? First time?
Yeah, this is the first time, which will never happen again. I can tell you that.
The nearly naked man starts laughing.
So it's funny?
No, I'm just thinking it to myself that this will never happen again. This is something, no. It's not right.
So you're promising me right now that you'll never...
I'm promising myself that I'm not...
Hook up with a 14-year-old girl online, tell her to have sex with a cat, and walk into her house naked?
Not even under 19. No. I'm promising that to myself, not even to you, this is not good.
Now he's about to find out that he just made that promise on national television.
Well, there's something else you need to know. I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC, and we're doing a story on adults who try to meet teens online.
Yes, sir.
Now, if there's anything else you'd like to say about this predicament you're now in, we'd love to hear it.
Just trust me, it'll never happen again.
And if there's nothing else you have to say, then you're free to walk out that door where you stripped naked and walked in. You can keep the towel.
I'll just leave it in the laundry room.
That's fine.
Once he gets his clothes back on, he walks outside and is arrested by that camouflaged officer.
Police on the ground!
He's taken to the transfer station and searched.
They bought that ghillie suit. They had to use it. My God. I need to see that again.
Once he gets his clothes back on, he walks outside and is arrested by that camouflaged officer.
Police on the ground!
Way to get your money's worth.
He's taken to the transfer station and searched.
Where your legs? Where do you live at? In Florida. Your own business or what?
Gilly.
Just being stupid. Just being stupid. Yeah.
He's photographed and then taken to jail.
I think he did, Hey Blinken. I know someone did. Like, leave the country to not get caught.
But this is the person apparently walked into the room naked.
The next day, he's brought before a judge and bail is set.
That does come out to $50,000, and that's all for today.
Thank you, Judge. So what's next for these men? Find out when we come back. Chris Hansen joins us. And Chris Hansen joins us now. Chris, these investigations this month have just drawn a huge response, thousands and thousands of emails. And one question we're consistently hearing is, why are all of these suspected predators men? Not a single woman. Is there a reason for that?
We just haven't seen any women in our investigations. The experts say that there are women predators. They just go after kids they know. They're more comfortable with that. Male predators like the anonymity and the other accessibility offered by the internet.
You know, we've heard some other viewers say that they think someone in their community may be a predator, don't know what to do. What can you tell them?
Don't try and do a sting operation by yourself. The FBI office locally, the police, sheriff's department, they're all very receptive to this kind of crime, and they'll do something about it.
Are there other options? I mean, sure.
Tennis Boy is fucking weird. He got so offended when the decoy was like, oh, you look like 20 or something. He's like, no, I look like I'm under 18. Like, he was so obsessed with looking young. It's like, all right, Dorian Gray, calm down.
Board of jail. And what about treatment for some of these?
Prison and punishment is critical, Stone, but the experts tell us that there has to be more treatment options out there for when these guys get out of prison, because there's a chance they'll reoffend. And without that, we're really not going to find a solution to this problem.
So look at both potential solutions.
There's no one-size-fits-all solution to this. There has to be punishment and there has to be treatment.
Chris Hansen, thanks.
Thanks, Tom.
Of course, the reason we've been doing these stories over the past few weeks is to bring home to families the real dangers predators pose on the internet. As we've mentioned, there are many things parents can do, from monitoring children's internet use to installing special software on your computer.
Okay, that's that. I've got another one set up, I believe. I think it's this.
Ready to have sex with him.
Open the door and call him. He's coming.
But his journey didn't begin today. It began more than a week earlier when he entered a Yahoo Georgia chat room and decided to hit on a decoy, an adult posing as a 15-year-old. It didn't take long for the 23-year-old, screen name Scooby-Doo ATL01, to steer the chat towards sex. He asked all kinds of sexual questions, like, what positions have you tried? You like doggy? The decoy says, I never did doggy before. And Scooby-Doo says, well, if we ever have sex, I'll introduce it to you. But I switch positions a lot, so you're bound to learn a few new tricks. Now, the man with the bag of tricks is walking in our house. We hired a very young-looking 19-year-old to play the part of the girl.
Hey!
Hey.
Took you a while to get here.
Yeah, well, someone can't get good directions of where they live.
Rude.
I was taking stuff out of the dryer. It'll take a second. I made you some sweet tea.
Oh,
I have to do something. You can take it. I just gotta finish taking the stuff out.
You'd never guess, by the way this man confidently walks into our house, that he's seen Dateline's investigations into internet sex predators before, and he's still willing to risk being exposed on national television.
You have a hard time finding the place, or?
Yeah, man.
You got lost, huh?
Yeah, who are you?
Well, who are you?
I'm Dennis.
In our latest hidden camera operation, this time in rural Fortson, Georgia, 90 minutes south of Atlanta, it doesn't surprise us that the chat rooms are full of men aware of our previous investigations. Men who want to have sex with a minor, but are concerned they might be caught on tape.
It's actually been referenced by name at this point. Did you ever see To Catch a Predator?
Do you think that this is a deterrent in some ways
They're
for
not
people
showing
coming
up.
over?
I mean, they're not coming over because they're afraid that it's media.
Del Harvey, her screen name, is a member of Perverted Justice, the online watchdog group dedicated to catching internet sex predators.
It's just a matter of getting him in the door.
Dateline paid Perverted Justice a consultant's fee to do what it usually does, go into chat rooms posing as 13 to 15-year-olds home alone, interested in sex. Some decoys pretend to be eager about sex. That's because experts we've spoken to say young teens are often curious, even precocious, when it comes to chatting online about sex without knowing the potential lifelong repercussions of being molested by an adult.
I don't know if anybody's in chat.
While it's encouraging to hear our investigations have scared off some potential child molesters, others, like Scooby-Doo ATL01, obviously didn't get the message. His real name is Dennis Colson, a construction worker from Atlanta. He says he's here to meet a girl named Izzy.
And how old is Izzy?
She told me she was 18.
So that'd be cool then, because she's legal age.
No, I wasn't gonna do anything.
The problem with that, though, is that I have the transcript of your online chat.
Okay.
So you want to start again and tell the story from the top?
Yeah.
Okay.
She told me she was 18.
And what did you guys talk about?
Just a lot of different things that I shouldn't have been talking about.
Give me an example.
Ask her if she was a virgin.
If she was a virgin?
Yes, sir.
And why would you ask that question of a 15-year-old?
I really did not have, I don't know, I'm sorry, I apologize. But I really did not have any plans to do anything tonight.
Did you bring condoms?
No, sir, I have condoms in my car.
You had, well then, so you did bring condoms?
Yes, but they are for my I mean, I have it for safety, but I mean, that's just hanging out. I wasn't gonna do it. I swear, seriously swear.
So
I was not gonna do anything.
But you talk about jail.
I know.
You can't go to jail for not doing anything.
When I start to read some of his chat log, he gets up and starts pacing.
What positions have you tried?
Oh God, I'm an idiot.
You know how to ride? You like doggy? And then you ask.
Oh God, stop. Okay.
Just one more. You say, you ask if you
He is so pressed.
delete all those IMs when you're done. I'd hate to have your mom get nosy.
Now it's time to tell him something he already knows.
Have you ever seen the program Dateline NBC?
Yes, I probably have. I don't know. Oh my God.
You ever seen the stories where
Yes.
men come to the house trying to meet
Yes,
teens?
but I wasn't trying to do that. I promise.
Well, I got to tell you something. I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC, and we're doing a story on guys, men trying to meet teens on the internet.
It was stupid. I'm a stupid man. That's all I can say.
Stupid is as stupid does.
He's free to leave, but he won't get very far. Perverted Justice has joined forces with the Harris County Sheriff's Office, providing...
Did I study art? No. I wish I did. I would probably be like maybe 2 times better. But I learned how to paint actually through a really bad breakup. Like I've always been into art but I never like painted at that time. So the ex who like dumped me, we were living together. He encouraged me to paint, and then I started to paint, and I never stopped. So thank you to that person. But I really do wish I took some type of class, or especially with like digital art. I don't know shit. Like I could never do what like Squeaks or Nugs does. Like I could never do shit like that. But I just like messing with things, experimenting, and see what happens.
Chat logs and phone records, evidence needed to make an arrest. Here in Georgia, if a man makes a date online for sex with someone he believes to be a minor, it's a felony.
Sheriff, get on the ground! Down on the ground! Down on the ground!
He's arrested.
Get on the ground now! Get on the ground!
Please don't take
Put your hand behind your back.
Please don't
Put your hands behind your back.
Please. Please. Oh my God, my life is ruined.
Can you shoot me? Can y'all just shoot me right now?
And taken away.
Oh my God. I'm an idiot.
And he's brought into a room with an investigator from the Harris County Sheriff's Office.
How'd it go at house, Dennis?
That was awesome. That was the best day of my life right there.
You'll hear more of Scooby-Doo's interview with police later.
I never should have said any of that.
Is this guy on his way here?
Yeah, did.
With men all over the internet admitting they've seen our To Catch a Predator series, we wondered if it would stop a lot of them from trying to hook up with children. Or will there be many others like Scooby-Doo still brazen enough to show up at our house?
Come on in.
Wait and see.
But if you ever want to like look at some of the art I've done, I do have my Instagram, Callie_lady_art. You can see stuff that I've done in the past for other people. Peter Griffin from Team Stop. Viral.
Someone in the driveway. Someone in the driveway.
The team inside Dateline's hidden camera house quickly moves into position.
Coming up, driveway, battle stations, battle stations.
A man who made a date online for sex with a young girl has shown up earlier than expected. Our decoy, playing the part of a young girl, heads to the front door to wave the man in.
Hey, come on in.
He's 32-year-old Christopher Xavier Cannon, here to meet a 15-year-old virgin.
Xavier?
That's what he was told. Turns out he's a media director at his church, a volunteer position working with young teens, which makes his sexually explicit online chat all the more disturbing.
Get your ghillie suits out. Yes.
Using the screen name Xavier01, he asks the girl if she's ever had an orgasm, to decoy says, I don't think so, and Xavier01 says, good. Then he asks her,
do you want to be on top or bottom?
I'm not sure. Which is better?
We'll have to see where you fit best, if you know what I mean.
Oh, I see. I think I know.
Or we can do doggy style.
Sorry, if I don't put this stuff in the washer right away,
Dance,
it's wrinkles.
paint, dance.
But I made some sweet tea, so just make yourself a glass.
Can I use your restroom?
Why don't you have a seat real quick?
Oh, yeah, I know what this is.
I know what this
I
is.
just went to test it.
I knew what it was.
Okay,
I just
now
want
to
to test
serve.
it.
I knew it was.
What do you think it was?
Nothing.
He heads out the door, right into the arms of the Harris County Sheriff's Department.
Stop! Stop! Get on the ground! Get down on the ground!
I knew what it was. I knew what it was. I wasn't doing anything.
As our investigation continues here in rural Georgia, it becomes clear there are plenty of other men who seem to know about our investigations but show up anyway.
Shit, I'm getting like deja vu right now. Oh, stop. RuPaul Drag Race called. They want their wig back. Oh, I want to watch the new season so bad.
Yeah, slowing down, pulling in the driveway. Emily, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Here comes Need a Friend to Talk to 2005. He drove 4 hours to get here.
All right, go ahead and open the door.
Hey, come on in. Okay. It's raining outside, so I'll meet you in. I just gotta throw this in the dryer real quick.
Need a Friend to Talk to is really 25-year-old John Adam Daniels, a carpenter. He thinks he's here to meet a 13-year-old virgin named Nina. Online, he asks her if she wants to try anal sex and if he can perform oral sex on her. After the decoy agrees, she tells him she's home alone, and he asks to spend the night. He's come prepared.
He's brought his overnight bag, it looks like.
Sorry, I had to do laundry right away. I had to have something cute to wear tonight.
Alright, this needs to dry before I start to figure out what is forming here on this watercolor. Arrested.
Did you try some of my sweet tea?
I'm not scared.
Shit. Lorne, Stanley, and Joran in RuPaul's Drag Race. Who is winning? So I'm going to assume that Joran would be a comedy queen, which I normally like those. I normally love a good comedy queen. Lorne would be an old person who just recently started drag, and there's nothing wrong with being like not like a trash queen, but I could just see Lorne using whatever he has in his possession, like drywall, like all the shit, to make an outfit. But could he possibly win a designer challenge with all that like unconventional material? Stanley, I think he's the pork chop. Like he would be the first out.
Sorry, I'm almost done.
Okay, babe.
Oh, gross.
Did you bring me anything?
Yes, I did.
What did you bring me?
I drinking some TCaP.
Looks like you brought enough stuff to move in.
Yes.
Trailer chic.
Why don't you have a seat?
And like some of the others, Need a Friend to Talk to appears to know what he's walked into.
Am I being taped?
You are being taped.
Oh, crap.
Quap.
Am I gonna be arrested?
That's not up to me. You admit right here that you could be in trouble if anybody found out that a 25-year-old was meeting a 13-year-old.
Yes, sir. I thought it was a bad idea from the beginning, so.
But if you thought it was such a bad idea, why did you do it anyway?
I know, so.
I mean, you started talking, and 45 minutes into the conversation, You say, have you ever seen a man's blank? Meaning,
Yes, I'm sorry, so.
Fucking Lauren saying, bitch, I am from Cornville.
you ask what size bra she wears. Minutes later, you ask if she would like to move in with you.
Yes, sir.
What are you thinking here?
I'm complete and total stupid. I'm sorry. Can I? Hey, you, sir.
Just like all the men who show up at our house, he's free to leave. Since he's seen our reports before, he probably knows he won't be free for long. And there's nowhere to run.
Get on the ground! Get down on the ground! Get down!
And the parade continues.
Walking up the walk towards the door.
Hi, come on in.
Now back up. He's right there. Keep going.
Here comes another man who, despite seeing our previous...
Mimi. Like Mimi, I'm first? Oh, from the Drew show. Oh my god. I can see that.
His broadcast is willing to take the risk of showing up at a stranger's house to possibly have sex with a minor. He's 22-year-old Matthew Cogburn. Yesterday was his birthday. He's here to meet a decoy pretending to be a 14-year-old. This clean-cut, all-American-looking man has a MySpace page where he says Jesus rocks and lists God as his #1 hero. But when he goes into a Yahoo chat...
Are you talking about Chad Daniels? Yes.
...room, he seems like another person. His chat with a girl he thinks is 14 is so graphic, much of it can't
Keep
be
your
shown.
jeans in your jeans.
He does ask the decoy if her house is secluded, so if they use the jacuzzi, you can moan and squeal all you want.
Nice house.
Thank you. Did you have a hard time getting here?
Well, the road that I was looking for didn't show up.
You know, get comfortable. Whatever.
Why don't you have a seat there and get comfortable for that?
I had a feeling this was going to happen.
You had a feeling what was going to happen. Go ahead, sit down, please.
No,
Well, no, I need to talk to you about a couple of things, and I think you're going to want to talk about it. It's going to take a few minutes, so why don't you have a seat?
Is this going to be on the national news?
I'm sorry, be on what?
Is this the national news thing?
NBC?
Yeah.
National news.
What was your plan here today?
I can't answer that as I want to because I've been in a struggle myself with what I want to do because I'm still a virgin and I think it's stupid that I did this.
How old are you?
22.
22. And how old was the girl you were chatting with online?
Today.
The girl said she was 13 or 14.
13 or 14. And you thought that it would be okay to come over here and visit a young girl home alone?
I wanted to think it was okay, but
Oh, Jesus.
Now, I'm looking at this chat log here. 16 minutes into this discussion, you ask if she can do deep throat.
Fuck off.
Explain that to me.
no reason to explain.
No reason to explain. How do you feel about sex? You on birth control, or are you sticking with condoms? You got toys?
Is there any?
I'm gonna like check and see what it looks like outside right now.
Well, I want you to square that with what's on your MySpace website, where you talk about Jesus rocks.
We're gonna do this too.
You'll hear more about this man's inner struggle after he's in police custody.
Get on the ground! Get down on the ground! All the way down!
But there are many more potential sex predators about to keep their date with Dateline. More examples of the potential danger facing children on the internet.
Cleanest, best pleasure.
The cleanest, best pleasure is to have sex with a 13-year-old girl.
Yes, sir.
God, it sounds like it's like raining more than snowing now. Is that like ice though? Says it's snowing, but it sounds like a lot of rain.
Get on the ground! Get down on the ground! Get on the ground!
Put your hand behind your back.
As law enforcement arrests one suspect after another, what happens next is almost inevitable. One
Down
of our
your
invited
throat.
guests drives by, spots them, and takes off.
He actually watched it out front and was leaving.
But Lieutenant Sven Armburst of the Harris County Sheriff's Office is not about to let 36-year-old George Cleary get away.
He actually came by 3 times.
Did he really?
Yeah.
It hasn't, I swear, in the last few years out here, it has not been like snowing like it used to. Like when I first moved out here like 10 years ago. Like it would start snowing in like November, but now we're in like January and it's like just now starting. It's insane. Oh, okay, I gotta go back.
Is not about to let 36-year-old George Cleary get away.
He actually came by 3 times.
Did he really?
Yeah.
After Cleary sees this man being arrested, he heads for the highway. That's where detectives stop him. The 36-year-old, who makes his living as a pizza delivery man, drove 2 hours.
Dang, they cuffed his ankles too?
For the chance to have sex with a 14-year-old he
Was that just like a look for the show, or was he being, you know, rowdy like some of our body cam queens?
met online.
Go have a seat.
Using the screen name Broken Empires, he asks the decoy very personal questions like her bra size and do you shave down there? The decoy says, yeah, a little because of my bathing suit. Broken Empire says, cool. And when the decoy asks him what kind of girls he likes, he says, small, skinny, beautiful, sexy, and young. He told the decoy he would bring movies, CDs, and condoms.
CDs?
Condoms.
Yes, she asked me to.
Intimate lubricant. What's this for?
She was going to give me a massage.
While one man was scared off when he saw police activity, others are wary even when all is quiet.
There he is. There he is.
This man pulling into our driveway is 38-year-old Peter Sika, screen name Don Cheech.
Don Cheech!
Online, he goes into graphic detail of how he'd like to perform oral sex on the boy, posing as a 14-year-old.
You didn't have to take a shower.
Plays along, but Don Cheech repeatedly says he's afraid of getting in trouble. We think we know why. Listen as this female decoy, pretending to be Brian, talks to Don.
El Nino? I heard it's a warm, wet... Oh, stop. Warm, wet air. Winter. What? El Nino was like back in like 97, 98 in California. Is there like a new El Nino that came out recently that I don't know about?
Cheech on the phone.
No, what are you talking about?
What's cops?
What's Dateline? What is it? It's like Cops or something? I've seen Cops, you know.
Despite his fear,
I know, and I was thinking like warm, wet air, like, are you like quoting Lorne? But like with El Nino, what's going on here?
of being caught in our report, the 38-year-old shows up anyway.
Come on, get in out of the rain. You're gonna get yourself all wet.
Dell from Perverted Justice now takes over
The Pacific Coast, we still fear El Nino.
for the role of the boy and tries to convince the man to come inside. But Don Cheech seems very reluctant.
Hey, bro!
Hey, bro!
Come on in.
What did Mr. Gigi say? Hey, bro! I thought you were gonna suck my cock.
Come on, I gotta finish cleaning up the kitchen.
Bunny! You know what? Better late than never. I love when you're here.
I told you to come on in out of the rain. Did you not hear me?
He wants to be sure Dell is really the boy he came to see.
Forget about the boy.
Yeah, he's in peace.
After Dell refuses to take her hat off, the 38-year-old heads back to his car.
Oh, shit.
That's when law enforcement moves in and arrests him.
Put the camera out of my face, please.
And as you're about to see, there are more potential.
I don't know why, but I have this, like, idea of when the predators are caught, there's someone with, like, a camera and a mic who acts very like Joan Rivers. Like, what are you wearing? I don't know. I need labels. What are you wearing today? I mean, this guy has the most unfortunate waist I've ever seen. That is sad.
Predators like Don Cheech who don't stay long.
Dell's gonna go out and try and get him. He's looking for a black female, so we're trying to pull this off.
Meet 43-year-old James Klein.
James Klein.
A married man with 3 children. He's here to meet a girl who told him she was 15. Online, he calls himself Hold You Closer 2003. He asks the girl if she's ever experienced...
That is such a romantic screen name, isn't it?
...oral sex. The decoy tells him no. And he says, I can tell you one thing. My tongue would be all over you. Your mouth, your nipples, down between your legs,
Blech.
too. Now, Hold You Closer 2003 is walking in our house.
I gotta throw my laundry in, but I made you tea.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
How you doing?
Pretty good.
Good. Why don't you have a seat right over there? Did you find the place okay?
Huh?
Did you find the place okay?
No, I didn't.
It took you a while.
Huh?
Did you get lost?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Why are you here tonight?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what I'm
I
talking
don't know
about.
what you're talking about.
He may be able to run away from us, but because Georgia authorities believe his chat log showed intent to have sex with a minor, he's arrested.
On the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
The next man you're about to meet not only sits down for an interview, he actually admits it's likely he would have taken the virginity of a 13-year-old girl.
Well, at least he's honest, I guess.
Hey, I'm up here.
He's 20-year-old Cody Green, screen name Perfect Buddy Georgia. He's been chatting online with a girl posing as a 13-year-old virgin named Maddie Girl 92. He tells the decoy, I definitely appreciate being your first. The decoy says, really? You don't mind I'm a virgin? Perfect Buddy answers, if you don't mind me taking it from you, I actually would love it, and never have been with a virgin. Perfect Buddy then sends not 1, but 8 different pictures of his genitals. The chat lasts for 2 days. And then he shows up at our house.
Yeah, I made some tea and it's on the table.
He tries to follow the decoy.
Should have a seat right in that chair.
Instead, he runs into me.
Please, sir, I really drove this far for no reason.
You drove this far for no reason?
Yes, sir.
Perfect Buddy says he was really just looking for a friend, nothing more. But then his story seems to change.
Please, I swear, sir, I'm a desperate person. I need
Desperate.
a girl in my life, and if she really wanted to be my friend, that would be all I needed from her.
She said she was 13.
She did. I'm sorry, sir. I have interest in younger girls. That has just been a fantasy of mine.
A fantasy?
Yes, sir.
Do you know it violates Georgia law?
Yes, sir.
Did you say you are ready to have my thang in your mouth?
Thang.
Yes, sir.
What do you mean by that?
Are you ready to have my in your mouth?
Oh my god, Blaken. This is the kind of guy who was arrested at the mall in middle school. Yeah, he like stole some like earrings at like a kiosk or something. Oh fuck, what's that one movie? Malibu's Most Wanted.
Because she was...
That shit was filmed at my mall.
She was going with it. She was...
Oh, so she wanted it.
That's what it
It's
seemed
her
like
fault.
to me. It's not her fault at all.
She made you come over here.
I came here for reasons like
Oh
that. But
gosh, I'm getting a little tired
If she
now.
really didn't want it, sir, I swear to you, I would have never tried it.
But if she was open to the idea...
Yes.
Jamie
you'd have
Kennedy,
had sex with a
yes.
13-year-old girl.
Probably, yeah. I'm sorry, I know you think it's bad, but that's what it is. And that would be probably the cleanest, best pleasure, I would say.
The cleanest, best pleasure
Yes, sir.
is to have sex with a 13-year-old girl.
He's being honest.
Yes, sir. Are you her father or something like that?
I'll get to that in a minute.
Please tell me this, sir. Am I going to be in trouble for this?
I want to ask you one more question. You said you had to go see your PO.
Yes, sir.
Your parole officer.
Yes, sir.
What are you on parole for?
I got a DUI.
Anything else?
I got a hit and run charge the other day.
A hit and run charge.
Yes, sir.
Wait, what? Is that real? Drive? I haven't listened to the chat in a very long time. Didn't Bay Shaman read the chat here? Cody Green used his mom's dildo. Okay.
So you get DWI, a hit and run charge. Well, that's something you gotta know. I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC.
Like, I don't care about the dildo. Like, why are you using someone else's dildo, let alone your mother's? Fuck.
We're doing stories on adults who try to meet teens.
Jesus.
So what happens to these men after they're arrested?
On the ground! On the ground! On the ground!
I wonder if that, I have that site. What is happening? I wonder if that site is still up when he has that site that records his like chat logs and some of his
We'll hear
TCaP
more incredible revelations as the suspects tell their stories to the police.
It's like, this is so sick. Why did I do this?
In chat rooms with young teens.
I remember that.
Now
He
in
had
the
a
interrogation room
DUI
with
hit and
police.
run. I remember that.
When our Dateline Net Crime to Catch a Predator continues.
Right? He like knew. Funny, my God. He knew where she kept it. Like, that's supposed to be a very secret, intimate spot. Unless, you know, there's some people that just keep their shit out, you know, with like no shame, whatever, you know. Like, go girl, go. But I think, yeah, hey Blinken, I think he went to look for it. Yeah, Bunny, for sure. She could have just had it out. So stupid. God, it's making me think of Bad Girls Club. What was it? Bad Girls Club Mexico, when one of the girls like kept their dildo like out. Oh, I think that was the best season.
Welcome back to our latest investigation.
Yeah, where did he find it? Where?
This time we're in rural Harris County, Georgia. And among the law officers on this case, a Secret Service agent. So far, we've seen a series of...
Ew, and it also makes me think of Basketball. One of the first scenes when they're going into that chick's room. Oh, I'm so jealous of you. What are you doing in my mom's room?
of men trying to meet underage teens in internet chat rooms. Now these suspects are under arrest and heading into a police interrogation room.
I do too.
Again, some of what you'll see and hear is explicit. Here's Chris Hansen.
I love Trey Parker and Matt Stone.
After Dateline
like,
confronts a potential sex offender here in rural Fortson, Georgia.
Free lead. What's gonna happen?
Down on the ground!
Oh my god, I forgot the most worst. Jesse's parents took hers to punish her. And that has to be like that's a harsh punishment for Jessie. Because she really liked her copy machine. Get on the ground!
Working with the online watchdog group Perverted Justice steps in.
Put your hands behind your back.
Even the U.S. Marshals and Secret Service are involved. Remember Scooby-Doo ATL-01, 23-year-old Dennis Colson? He made plans to teach new sex tricks to a girl he was told was 15.
Oh my god. I'm a idiot.
Oh,
After
really?
he's arrested, he's put in an unmarked car and taken to this EMS station where he'll be questioned by law enforcement. His car is searched. The police find directions to the house along with condoms and marijuana. Colson is then brought to a room where he waits to be interrogated. That's where he meets Harris County Sheriff Mike Jolly, who finds out this isn't Colson's first run-in with the law.
I might get out of jail free card.
No get out of jail free card.
Oh, about
Hello, what?
Oh, you've already used it one time?
I used it one time. It's done now.
I remember.
It's over.
What you been picked up?
I remember very well, Wes. And I hate that I do.
Let's just not talk about it.
Well, I mean, we're gonna find out.
Turns out Scooby-Doo has had several prior charges.
Colson, he had 4 prior charges, from theft to simple battery, simple assault. Some of these are aggravated type crimes.
But he was never convicted. Tonight, he'll have 4 more charges added to the list: enticing a child for indecent purposes, obscene internet contact, criminal attempted child molestation, and possession of marijuana. One charge was later dropped. Scooby-Doo is brought into the interrogation room.
Oh my God, this was a crime. I can't cry.
Investigators read Colson his rights.
I have to advise you that you, one, have the right to remain silent.
And start asking him questions.
And what screen name did you use since the 14th of July?
Investigator Gary Lewis shows the 23-year-old a copy of the chat he had with a decoy playing a 15-year-old.
Yeah, there's a lot of explicit there that I definitely shouldn't have said.
Yeah.
Let's not read that.
Saw that.
Let's just not read it. I never should have said any of that.
Less than 5 minutes after y'all were communicating, she relayed to you that she was 15
Any hoodle with a side of soup. Who knows, Drive? Who knows?
years old. I'm curious as to why you continued the conversation.
Lamondre.
You're
Speak of the
retarded.
devil and you shall appear.
Because I was bored as and I just looking for conversation and conversating. I'm not trying to clear it up.
I agree, Lamondre. They were so perky.
It's wrong.
I'm jealous.
It's wrong. It's bad.
I mean, why would you ask a 15-year-old girl
I think we need
if she's still a virgin?
I think we should go ahead and stop.
Scooby-Doo ends the interview pretty quickly.
My name's Tony. I work with the sheriff's office, and this is Teresa.
But sheriff's investigators like Tony Knotts and a Secret Service agent disguised because of her undercover work have others to question.
Basically, you've been caught in a sting operation. Of course, that's why you're in handcuffs.
Christopher Cannon
That
is
sounds
the
familiar,
32-year-old
the most
volunteer
worse.
church director who mentioned several sexual positions he'd like to try with a girl posing as a 15-year-old. He's the one who ran as soon as he saw me.
Why don't you have a seat real quick?
I know what this is.
No, please, I need you.
Yeah, I know what this was. I just went to test it. That's all.
Okay.
But that's not what he tells investigators.
It's funny. When I saw this on Dateline.
No, I watched this on my
9
own.
months
Okay.
ago,
I got
or
like.
whatever.
You show up in the middle of it.
Yes. I'm like, that is so sick.
So sick.
Why did I do this?
The investigator reminds him he'd been chatting online with the decoy for more than a week, and many times the chat turned sexual.
I mean, just playing around with her, but my intention wasn't to do it. I even wanted to reject it.
But you drove 115 miles.
I know it.
The Oscar goes to.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Turn around, turn around. Trust me, I wanted to turn around.
Help me understand, because I'm kind of lost when you say that you didn't want to come, but you're here.
Part of me was like, they were just turn around. And part of me was like, it's the first weekend you had to yourself. Just go out there, hang out a little bit. Don't do anything silly.
Well, why would you even have a sexual conversation with a 15-year-old?
I really tried to avoid her, but...
What? The most worst? What? This is news to me. She told them Nuggets is going to make farting videos of you, and literally 30 minutes later, with a new account was created with farting videos made of the lady. What's the tea there?
First matter. Every time I get online, she initiate the conversation. And
You said you didn't initiate the conversation, but actually you did. She never talked to you. You said, hello, Natalie, because you saw her in a chat room.
Yeah.
And how are you doing today? That was the first initiation on your part.
Yeah, the initiate. Yeah, just chatted.
You asked her if she's horny now, and then you asked her if she's wet now. Why would you care if a 15-year-old is wet?
Stupidity, man.
Oh my God.
When you tell her you'll be gentle, what are you referring to when you're talking about being gentle?
God, that sounds
Just being
hilarious.
Nothing sexually touching her and all that.
Chris, we've been doing this too long.
Yeah, just.
I understand. Y'all go through
I just saw you do the sign of the cross, so I know you're probably a religious man.
I'm about to.
And you would probably feel better if you.
If it never happened.
Yeah, never happened.
She opened the door and said, "Come on in."
Another man who probably wishes it never happened.
Oh, since I have a camera, I have to show you my stickers. I got the sloth cat, good and new. And then here's Nuggets, Jorn with the pearl, the pearl earring. Me and Nugs are revisiting Jesse as soon as we finish. Oh, hell yes. I can't wait.
And was someone who also ran from
I have
us,
some more questions for you, sir.
but did talk to police.
Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
Remember 43-year-old Jim Klein? Online, he made plans to lick a 15-year-old all over.
Gross.
He admits to investigators he's been married for 20 years and has 3 children, ages 11, 13, and 15.
How would you feel if this was your 15-year-old or your 11-year-old or your 13-year-old? How would you feel?
I feel awful.
All right, guys. I think I'm gonna call it here. I'm getting pretty tired. Just wanna chill out before I go to sleep. But thanks for hanging out. God, it's been a while since I've done any type of painting. It's been over a year, so I was like really nervous to do it. But yeah, this is great. Let's see how what's going on like tomorrow with the weather, if things are like the same, where I'm just like, help, I can't. I got nothing else to do. I might stream tomorrow, but you know, I always try to check and see like who else plans to stream because I don't want to step on toes. But thanks. It's always fun to have you guys. My God. Woo, I'm tired. Everyone have a wonderful night. I've got one song to play.
25, a season of dope, 3 sheets to the wind like a clothesline rope. He's the spider on the web. She was a tiny woman, heap of sins. Her developing body was just the beginning. She said, is anybody out there? She was bruised like a cherry, ripe as a peach. How could he have known that she was only 15? And she came to him like the tick on the news, a little blue-eyed soul for his black and blue. It's a new eye move for the likes of me. Our skin is like grass, let's smoke it real fast. Is anybody out there? He was deep like a graveyard, wired like TV. And how could he have known that she'd be down for almost anything? But she was